Welcome, Wanderers, to Records of the Realms. This is Elemental Extrication Darkness Arc. So sorry for taking so long, but we wouldn't be Records if we weren't having technical issues. So, welcome. Welcome, my whole new cast. I'm so excited to have you guys here. We're about to get into some chaos, some shenanigans. I'm very excited about this. I'm vibrating in a good way. Before we get started, we didn't get to put up some of the other things we wanted to, but coming this month in June, Pride Month, we're going to have a bunch of Pride one-shots run by me, Mel, and hopefully we can get someone else to run some stuff, so you're welcome to come check that out. If you want to check out the stuff we have in our store, we have a lot of Pride merch, because there's a lot of gay folk in our server.
What?
So,
I'm sorry, where?
It's very shocking, very surprising.
What? What? Stop it!
Before we get started proper, we're going to go around. Everyone's going to introduce themselves, give your pronouns if you wish, if you can, and also tell everybody where to find you and the stuff that you guys do, because I do want you guys to get the shout outs that you can. Hi, I'm Vinny, or Vander, from Vander.Vision. I do cosplay photography and videography, and also here at Records of the Realms, I DM a lot, and I have a printed TTRPG book. I can speak.
You got
great.
it.
We're doing great. So I'm going to go right up to Jay first, if you don't mind. We'll start at the top.
Hey, my name is Jay. I use they, them pronouns. You can find me on Instagram at JayTheGayCosplays, because I was very creative when I chose that username. I do a lot of cosplay, specifically from Critical Role, but I'm hoping to branch out a bit there, and I'm just super excited to be here.
All right, can I just toss it up on over to Jocelyn?
Hi, my name is Jocelyn. I use they, she pronouns. I am usually a forever GM. I made my own homebrew world of Romithra based on fairy tales and folk tales. In addition, you can find me on TikTok doing all kinds of original character content. And I also help run a theater company with my twin called OK Zoomer.
All right.
Excited to be here.
Lark, it's over to you.
Hi, I'm Lark. You can find me at Exalted Lark on TikTok and Twitter. And yeah, I am just very excited to be here once again.
Glad everyone's very excited to be here so far. Joe, over to you.
What's up, geeks? My name is Joe. You can find me at New Age Geeks, where I DM a sober D&D campaign to the Critical Role world of Exandria. You can find me at New Age Cosplay, where I do all the cosplay stuff for different things. That's all I got. New Age Geeks, New Age Cosplay.
That was a trained intro.
Jonas, over to you.
All right, not as trained here. My name is Jonas, aka Tech Frost. You can find me everywhere as Tech Frost. I'm creating my own mythological comic book. You'll find a bunch of stuff on my Instagram about that. Other than that, just super happy to be here, and yeah.
And over to Zella.
Hey guys, I'm Crazella. On social media, you can find me under Crazella or Crazella Creations. I'm a full-time content creator and Twitch streamer. I recently just became a baby GM, and I am super stoked for the session today.
One of us.
Yeah, watch out. Once you get into it, it's really hard to get out.
Yeah. Oh,
As someone
I already feel it.
As someone who is being threatened to make sure I take my month off from GMing, threatened.
Sometimes you gotta threaten your friends.
It's only one session for now.
For now, keywords.
For now.
Sometimes you just gotta threaten your friends. All right. We're going to get into it in a moment, but first, let me explain for those of you who are new here a little bit about Wakeren. Wakeren is a world. No, it is a whole realm, like many of the other wonderful fantasy realms that are out there. All types of creatures and people exist. They are all mixed around in so many different haphazard ways, sometimes making very unfortunate combinations, but that's fine. We don't talk about those things. They don't become evil demi-liches or gods or anything like that. They're all cool and normal. You can find yourself up in the northern, coldest reaches of the world. You can find yourselves on the top of a mountain that goes beyond the clouds, where you basically have a city in the sky. You can have a civilization inside a volcano. But this time around, we are going down into the Underdark. We are going down where the deepest depths of Wakeren, Earth, and the water and everything that makes everything in Vagari exists. It's stronger and more potent there, and more lively than many would expect. Down in the Underdark, we're going to a very specific land called the Lands Faceted, which is not a continent, but basically a big county area of different Underdark cavern cities. You can go to Inkholm, where they make the paper and the ink that is used for magical scrolls and spell books. And again, as we said, stuff down here is very potent. You can go over to, I believe it's Dropstone, me not remembering the names of my own cities, where not only is Lolth worshipped wholeheartedly, but you can fling around like Spider-Man, or you can ride the webs like rails. But we are going to be going up to Mesetopolis, which is the opening to this giant cavernous body that is all of these civilizations. Mesetopolis is known as the Gleam of the Under. They are the one opening that leads to basically the Overbright, which is a term that is used in opposition of the Underdark sometimes, where a waterfall that overflows this cavernous entrance is purified by the magical rocks that kind of guard the entranceway as rows of teeth, top and bottom. And these teeth, besides also purifying this water to make sure that it is basically drinkable for people, good for the plant life, it also shines bright lights like auroras above on the top part of Mesetopolis, giving the closest thing there is to sunlight in the Underdark for basically any of the cities down here. Now, in this city, this very, very, very big city, there are a bunch of boroughs, districts, wards, whatever you wish to call them, and we find ourselves in one such ward called, me forgetting the name, I believe, Gracetides. Me, Vinny, forgetting everything. Yes, one specific district called Gracetides. In this district, we're going to meet a lot of our adventurers today, a lot of our wanderers, hanging out, doing stuff, partying, doing errands, getting ready for the big event that is going on today. Today is the enthronement of the oldest child of the ruling matriarchy family. But as we zoom in and get to see Mesetopolis, you'll see buildings that are basically 1 to 2 story tall. There is maybe less than a dozen 3-story and higher buildings. It's to let the light hit all the way to the farthest back parts of the city without taller buildings getting in the way and casting shadows, so that way everyone can enjoy the light if they wish. There are cuts and carves of rivers and streams all throughout these different boroughs, but also inside and underneath. Some of the earth itself is double layered, so you could have a whole 1 story underneath the entire civilization where there are sewer-esque systems. There are what is it in Italy with the boats and the singing and the
the gondolas on the canal?
Gondola systems underneath, in addition to places where maybe some guilds known for thievery and trickery might decide to wander. But up top, you'll see stones that glow on every street corner, houses themselves that are lit up with mosses that have bioluminescence, and the creatures themselves from the gleam rats, which are popular pets but also wild animals that just exist inside the entire city, just scurry about with their own bodies causing bioluminescence. There are glessomas, which are basically exolotl people. You have genasies that are both earth genasies, fire genasies, and shimmer genasies, which are that weird amalgamation of shimmering crystal and moss. And I'm excited to also say that we have some Fractima in the house. Besides just a player, there is also other dual-bodied, single-soul individuals. You're going to meet quite a few of them today. And I would like us to roll initiative to see who gets to go first.
Here we go!
19. Or wait, like actual initiative?
Just on the die.
Okay.
14.
So we're adding initiative or not adding initiative?
Just the number on the die. It's just for you guys as
9!
individuals.
Just the number on the die? Yeah, okay, 1.
Oh no!
No!
You, my good sir, are probably going last. But I'm also not really keeping track. We're just going to start with who has the highest. Who has the highest here? 19? Kelliot. Kelliot? Kelliot?
Kelliot.
Kelliot. Cool.
Either one.
Elliot with a K.
Yep. Kelliot.
And then,
Kelliot.
yeah, that's what I'm double checking. Kelliot, you find yourself waking up. Where do you think you are on this lovely morning, this festival of the city? There, as you hear when you wake up, or also trance, right? When you come out of trance, you are hearing the sounds of a city that, besides always being alive, in this very moment, are getting ready for this enthronement celebration. You're hearing people cheering in the streets. There are small festivals going on in each individual borough of the city. Where do we find you waking up this morning?
So, Kelliot wakes up on a roof from a party that had happened the night before. He is wearing someone else's jacket, someone else's glasses. He is covered in glitter, and he looks like shit. Yeah, he's coming to life extremely slowly and just sort of looking around and watching everyone from below and taking it in.
As you do that, it takes a moment before you hear a deep breathing come, like not like next to you, but like a few feet away. That was a little silent, but you hear. Looked like you had a wild night.
Hello.
You turn over and you see Ollie, the little inductee Selkie, who's one of the little pupils, who's just sitting there looking at you and looking at the surrounding. Is this why I'm not allowed to come here?
This is exactly why you're not allowed to come here, bud. Why are you here?
I was sent to get you.
Oh. Master realized that didn't come home last night.
Maybe? That's the thing that you got to talk. I just know you got to go talk to him. But can I keep those glasses, or are you using them?
You got it, dude. Here you go.
Puts them on, and this like seal-ish face, as it's currently in like a fairly plump face, puts them on, and they poke in here, and they go like a way too high. So just like the bare rim of him are kind of like going through the eyes. Is like they look cool.
Yeah, man, you look so sick.
Dope. Do you need help getting back? Do you need help walking?
I think I might. He stops and he thinks about, should he leave a child in the aftermath of this party? And he's like, yeah, I could use some help.
I knew it. I got you. Goes over and solo of a trainee is like, I can't climb down walls yet. I will meet you down front. Oh, what are you gonna do?
Okay. I don't know if you wanted to like piggyback it. I don't know.
I don't mind piggyback rides. And like he gets ready to hop on.
All right.
All right.
He'll shimmy down the side of the wall.
Cool. You're able to with very easy. The second you get outside, it gets a lot louder. The streets are also incredibly busy, so you just see people handing off food, doing exchanges for money, or people are playing games on the sidewalk, whether it's like actual card games or games with individual little pieces, just like moving them across boards. But as Ali continues talking, he's like, yeah, so apparently there's like a package or something that you're going to have to at least grab. I don't know if you're supposed to bring it somewhere or you got to go destroy it. Do you have to destroy things? Is that like a thing that's part of the job? And just continues starting to talk your ear off the entire trip.
And he's like, Kellia is like sort of stumbling through the streets. He does like manage to pass off money to get like two like, I don't know, like street buns or like some sort of like quick, easy street food, and hands one to Ollie and eats one himself. And he's like eyes squinted, like very like teenager who just woke up, like answering every single question, but like with as short as the answer as possible. So he's like, yeah, sometimes. I mean, Master doesn't have us do destruction missions all that often. That's not really our thing. We're more of like a party thing.
Yeah, but
There's a
like
lot of people here.
that'd be fun. Like being able to destroy things. Aren't your fists like super strong?
I mean, yeah, they're super strong, but like, it's kind of a buzzkill when you punch someone's teeth in, dude.
I mean, that's fair. But have you done it before?
I've totally done it before.
Hell yeah. Okay. You're able to make it back to the actualized monastery without problems.
Okay, cool. No, we'll just go in.
No? What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Kellyette looks at the kid and is like, so, what do you think the over-under is on me being able to sneak into my room and pretend like I was there the whole night?
Well, I'm pretty sure Master knows you were out, so I'm gonna say not real high. But like, we could sneak up there and then you could just come out, I guess. I don't know how that's gonna work.
It's too much work. It's too much work.
That's fair. That's super fair. That's super fair. All right.
All right. Thanks for the wake up call, kid.
You're welcome. All right. As you are entering the actualized monastery, there are two very distinct groups here. One, the drunken fists, and also the astral selves. And both of them are self-actualizing in very different ways. There are the ones that are doing the meditating, and they are some of them are even doing with their meditations that you can see them like slowly drawing or creating crafts along with their meditation, almost to help form these external auras that they're supposed to eventually be able to conquer and master. And then there's the drunken fists people who are not all, but quite a few are really living up to the name and imbibing very, very early for what the day is so far. Do you head straight to Master Sorrow, or are you about to go do something else first?
Yeah, he'll... No, he'll, like, go through, he'll say hi to everybody and, like, get a little bit distracted, and then, like, with other people, he will sort of, like, throw things off. But when it comes to Master Storio, usually he can't get away with it, so he'll be like, hey, I gotta go, see you later, and he'll go see Master Storio.
Very fair. Not hard to find. There is a more of a main chamber where you ever try to go look for information and something says it doesn't exist? That's super fun. We won't worry about that right now.
Into a black hole.
Yeah, it's just complete utter black hole. You come to a main chamber where not just the master sit, but also a grandmaster or two. It's usually held for like counseling, like for like speaking to one another. It's also a very quiet area for meditating, except for the fact that there is quite a few master drunken fists that are already awake, probably still awake from the night before, that are being less than quiet is the best way I will put that in the moment. But in addition to them, there is also someone who has a couple straps of like packages and like burlap wrappings on a bunch of individual items, and golden hair and pure like obsidian black skin, like it's made of stone almost, and it's just kind of like looking around. What was Master Storio's race? Because that was the thing I was just trying to find, and I could not remember for the life of me.
I cannot remember what you made. You might have made him one of the axolotl people, but I don't remember if that's the case or not.
That sounds like a thing I would do. So we can do that for now.
No. I think you made him the deer.
Oh,
person.
Pekaran. Yep. Okay. So you come
Yeah.
in and locking eyes with you as quickly as possible is Master Storo, a fairly small individual with hair that goes flat, almost like it's gelled back, and it is also black with a pair of almost like a crown made of like black horns that comes up that just kind of just like tilts ahead as you come in, and then does a nod for you to just come over.
He comes over and is like, "So, dude."
So, sorry, I had to break for a second too. The idea of saying that so casually, it's just the funniest shit.
So, my son.
So,
And also with you.
anyways, as that happens, the individual with all of the wrapped up packages kind of looks over and is like, "Is him?"
Is it you?
Sturo gives a nod and says, "This is the one that will be doing the delivery today. Thank you, Gold, for the opportunity to teach." And going behind the back and reaching around for a moment, eventually pulls out a very tightly wrapped, it almost looks like it's what you would wrap posters in, like the real thin cylinder wrappings, and hands it over to you. Bye. And
Thank
they run
you.
out. That
So, who's that? What's happening?
that's Gold. That's our delivery person. Normally something like this, especially on a date like this, we would have the delivery person just do this for us. But I figured since you've been so absent, you wouldn't mind a little lesson in hard work. There's really no lesson here. It's just kind of a punishment. I'm gonna be real with you.
All right.
I need you to run that over to
So, like-
Tabitha.
At the tavern?
Yeah.
Where? Okay. Yeah, totally. Easy.
The eyebrows raise. Both eyebrows
mean-
raise.
I've never been there before. I might take a while coming back because I've never been there before. I'm just gonna go.
Give that gift to Tabitha.
Okay.
And then that's all for today. It is a celebration day. So go enjoy yourself.
Thank you. I'm gonna go.
The eyes roll as you begin running out of the room. You're in a pretty small area overall. Like this quarter of the Greystides, a lot of these buildings are pretty close to each other. What is your method of travel normally? Are you a casual streetwalker? Are you jumping up and like 1 foot ahead of the lawman type thing? Or like, what's your method?
It's gonna take him like 15 minutes longer, 20 minutes longer, 30 minutes longer to get there because he's like stopping to chat with like every person that he knows. Just like ADHD as a person, he would like personified. He's just like, oh hey. We'll stop to talk for a few minutes, and then it's like, oh yeah, I gotta do this thing. I'll talk to you later, and then keeps going. We'll eventually end up at his place, but
as you begin going out, you do find Gold, the package deliverer, the courier, out there actually talking with some of the other monks. It seemed to be some of the people from the astral self side. And you come out right here and like, yeah, I think he's in big trouble. And it's very funny to me because now it's one less thing I get to do, and I still got tipped and paid. I don't know. It's a weird life choice. And talking to one of the astral monks, not initiate, a little higher up, but definitely lower than where your tier currently is because you've been there for so long. Mindy, who is a mole folk, so pretty small, a little stout, but pretty strong individual. Like more than nimble is like very overpowering in fights. what you've seen in like practices and combat and stuff.
Big scary.
She's laughing it up and enjoying it, and immediately sees you come out. It's like, oh, Cal.
Hey, Mindy, what's up?
Nothing much. Got a package there?
I do. And he's gonna pat Gold on the shoulder and be like, get that money, man. Work less, get more. See you guys later.
It's an interesting way of looking at it. I like working hard for my money. Okay. And you're
Work
off.
smarter, not harder.
All right. You begin heading off to Malor's Folly. Next individual. I don't remember the roles anymore, but we have a good starting point. I'm going to go up to Nymptheria. Hi.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Great. Where do you think we would find Nym this early in the morning? Like 8, 9 o'clock, I guess, depending if that's early for you.
I think she's already up and at 'em, being a pretty normal morning person, and they are already helping out in the fungal house where they are currently working, and thankfully have some room that they can kind of be in for the time being. So they are already going to town, kind of just figuring out what sort of mushrooms are in need today.
Nice. As you are working, there are visitors there all the time coming to either collect things that they've like prepaid for. Sometimes, Bessie's when they just give things away to certain people. Like there's a generous nature that follows her. But there is an older couple that seem to just be like real slow tiptoeing around the entire greenhouse in this moment. Like they've circled specifically the one that you're in twice, just like looking around at everything. And they seem confused is a good way to put it.
Hi, can I help you with anything? Is there anything particular you're looking for right now?
Oh, yes. We're trying to see if there is a good gift here for our grand niece. We don't see her ever, but she apparently really likes like glowy things and things that grow in the ground and
Glowy things. Okay. I think I have the absolute perfect thing for you. And you see Nim kind of like make her way through the back, and she kind of ends up like rummaging through all the little treasures that Bessie has in there, and she pulls out this glowing kind of little itty bitty like terrarium full of like little glowing mushrooms on the inside, and she comes out and she presents it. Is this something that you're looking for? It's you said glowing, so I found this, and I thought, oh, who wouldn't like this here?
it's not like dangerous, right? Like I don't know. Some of this stuff confuses me. I don't get how some of these things work.
Oh no, none of the mushrooms here are dangerous. We make sure that when they come to us, we treat them how they need to be treated when they come to us, and then that way we can give them away to the public.
Do you guys do like a wrapping of any sort, or is it like is that bad for it?
Not that I'm aware of. I think I have a bag here somewhere, and you see Nympheria kind of just rummaging through the bag, like not really sure, like just scrambling, because they usually just take it and leave. So she ends up finding like just this standard paper bag, and she kind of plunks it in and kind of. I have a bag for you. Is this okay? You can carry it if you want.
It's perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You're such a sweetheart. And there's just like that old, like this, like a little too much tap on the the middle arm, just to be like. But it's attempting to be endearing. Whether or not you read it like that in the moment is totally up to you.
Okay.
But the couple begins walking out, and as that happens, you catch a bit of a smell in the air. You start having a small sense of burning.
Burning. Do I notice anything on them themselves that are burning, or?
No, not in the moment. But if you would like, you have the whole area to search. I would let you. I think this would be our first roll. Would you like to make a perception or investigation check?
I'm going to make.
First roll.
Here we go. I'm
Got
going
this.
to. Oh god.
I also have this image of this old person reaching up several feet.
All right. Well,
to
either
touch
way, it's
themselves.
intelligence. It's intelligence, so we're going for intelligence. That is a natural 19 plus 3.
Very good. You find very quickly that the smell isn't actually in here. It takes a few moments for you to figure it out, but you are able to see it because you're in a greenhouse, which is glass. So you look around and eventually you start seeing closer to the front door, which is probably where the wind is picking up and bringing in. There is someone who is smudging something blackened on some of the outside glass of the building.
Nim is not really entirely sure what to do in this situation, but she is very curious, naturally curious, and is she doesn't know where Bessie is at this point. Bessie's probably like in the back doing whatever the heck that she's doing. So Nim just shouts, "I'm checking out something in the front. I'll be right back." And she walks out towards where this creature is smudging, and just approaches and says, "Can I help you?"
You see what looks like a normal human being, like a blonde person with just like hair like up in a knot, who's just like, no, but maybe I can help you. Have you found yourself down on your luck recently with anything such as your vitality, livelihood, the way life has been moving forward for you? You notice that they seem to be smudging in on the glass. The name Sasha. Sasha's basilisk venom is what it says.
So, I have no idea if any of what you're saying applies to me in particular. Our business is doing fairly well right now, and I'm a little bit concerned that you might be tagging our greenhouse, and that doesn't really look like it belongs there.
Oh, it's temporary. It's just some smudged leaf. Like I can take it off right afterwards. I just, it's a big day. It's the enthronement. So I figured I'd just make a few quick sales, help out some people, and then I can be on my way. Lickety split.
What exactly are you?
Lickety split.
What exactly are you selling?
Basilisk venom.
Basilisk, but okay. I think I'm okay for now. Yeah, it's been pretty okay here at the greenhouse. I don't think we need anything extra. I think we're okay. But, if we do need anything, is there a place where I can find you?
If I'm here today, I'm probably going to be there tomorrow, and points like 2 buildings down.
Okay, there tomorrow, two buildings out. I got that in my head. Thank you very much. I didn't catch your name.
Sasha. From Sasha's basilisk venom.
Okay, all right. I sure hope that the smudge that you did does come off. Indeed. Bessie would not be happy if she saw that.
That's super fair. Totally understand that. How long do you think before she's gonna notice? Just curious.
I would say you might want to get a head start.
Gotcha. Do you think that she would find it useful to put the basilisk venom inside the plants to help really strengthen those roots, give them a little difficulty, really help them fight against hard changes in nature and make them a little more strong, beautiful, unique?
They're fine just the way they are, right? As far as I can tell.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna give it like 2 more minutes, and you hear the back door opening, which is just a door being kicked open, because that's just how it is. When you have your hands full, easiest way, boom. And you watch Sasha go,
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Very quickly starts packing up.
Yep. So, just let you know, if you ever decide to tag our place again, you might run into a little extra, maybe not the best situation. So just let you know.
Gotcha. I'm takes like a small, but like basically a cup that is either filled with alcohol or water. You don't know. It's very, very clear though. And just throws it against the smudging, and you watch it like slowly start to drip off. It's like, yeah, it'll be fine, and just starts moving along.
Oh, okay then. All right. That was very, very, very strange. Nymphteria starts to make her way like through the back where she believes Bessie has kind of like come out like with her own stuff. So,
as I don't like playing other people's characters even when they're NPCs, and I don't really want to make you talk to yourself, we're going to say that Bessie left a couple notes and a couple things on the table and then just went out into the back room. And this is what I will be continuously doing for as long as you are interacting with your other PC. But yeah, you see that she left a couple notes. There was a couple notes left on the table with a couple packages. There seemed to be a couple of very specific watering cans that needed to be used for very specific plants. It's just like they're very individually made concoctions that are made to help keep the certain plant life stronger and growing better. Especially down here where there is less light, certain things are needed to kind of make up for that. Even though with what you guys have doing here, which is a pretty solid business, you guys can get additions that help with like mimicking light. So you're probably like a small bastion, a little glow in the center of the city that like not a lot of people get. And honestly, sometimes people probably just stop and look for them. It's like, that must be what it's like upstairs, like upset on the Overbright. But you also see that there is a couple other packages, both which say to deliver to Balor's Folly.
oh, okay. I guess I need to go head out then. All right. So you see them kind of taking everything that Bessie has just given her, and she's just like, oh, okay, I think I know what she's asking me to do. So, Nymphteria just grabs whatever supplies that she has on hand, just in case. She's very prepared when she needs to be, and she has just all of her little tools in her little basket, and so she just takes everything that Bessie has given her, and she puts it also in the basket, and she's off.
Awesome. What is traveling through the city like for you? You've been here for a little bit now, but like for some people, they still like stop and like enjoy the sights, as we saw with Kelliot. Sometimes it's just lots and lots of conversations along the way. What's Nymptheria's like progress from one point to another on the day to day?
She keeps to herself. She's very reserved in that way, but she will always stop when she sees something interesting. So whether that be a plant or a small creature that happens to catch her eye, she usually stops, takes a quick notice, and then goes back to her task at hand.
Awesome.
Usually takes a little bit longer if she finds something extra interesting.
One of the things that you may enjoy if you are a fan of little critters, which as a druid, I'm gonna kind of just assume a little bit. The gleam rats are one of the creatures that are around here, and most of their body is just normal rats. They're just absurdly clean because they go into the water here, which it has purifying properties that help the whole city in a variety of ways. But their tails are almost not actually crystallized, but they're almost see-through, kind of like axolotls are. So their tails refract light in a very particular way. So like when you watch like a little pack of them scurrying around, which most people in the city, as the city's emblem is the rat, aren't really that bothered by. Maybe some tourists, but like normal people don't really care about that. You just watch their tails wave and just little like sparkles of light go like just reflect into the sky whenever they're running around places.
And this makes them very happy, just seeing these little creatures scurrying around and doing their little thing. And so she sees one of them and she kind of like waves a little hello and then kind of makes her way back to her task.
Little face clean, look up at you. Run away.
Hello, little one.
If you could understand what it's saying, actually, wait, you kind of can. You automatically have the thing of being a furbolg that lets you speak to plants and animals a little bit, right?
I do.
So you get like a quick hint from it. It's like, "Hi, hope you're having a fun day. I go," and it just runs off.
Oh, well, thank you. I hope you do too. And she kind of gives a little wave.
I have done us a disservice. Before we keep going, I would like to hop back to Kelly real quick. Kelly, give us a descriptor. Describe your character. We did not actually describe what your characters look like. And then I'll hop back up to Nim, and then we'll continue around for that.
Kelly's making his way down the street. He is a drow elf. He's got basically the world's longest mullet, but it's all braided down the back. He's wearing a like maroon colored gi that's mostly open in the front. He's got like some bandages wrapped around his tummy underneath, and he's wearing like blue pants and like the usual like shin wraps and monk shoes that you would normally see. He's just like this tall, like kind of like lanky build, but like extremely muscular because like he's a more works like he slacks off, but not enough to not get swole. And he's just a vibey little guy.
When no matter what, the bare minimum just auto gets you swole. I want that life.
Yeah.
I want that life real bad. Nymptheria,
Me too.
could you give us a quick description of Nymptheria as we see the walk along?
So she is the description of gentle giant. She's 7 foot tall furbolg with gray fur. She's got these little floppy ears that kind of go down, and she's got these big, nice curly horns that kind of come from the top of her head down to the end of her ears. And on her horns, you see little itty bitty mushrooms and other sort of fungi just kind of popping up around her. She has on this really beautiful, dark, I forget what color I made it. Oh my god. She has on a cape and it's pretty, and it is okay, that's right. I did make it green, and she has purple floral and fungi coming off the cape as well. And she's wearing a green corset, and she's got like these flowy brown pants on, and of course she is a furbolg, so she doesn't wear shoes. She's got her hooves. But you see her carrying around her little basket that she's got with her at all times. It has her many druidic needs, such as her herbalism kit, and she's got whatever book that she's currently reading in there as well, because she will never leave the house without one. So that is who you see running along the streets of the city.
Love that. All right. We are going to pop over to Jocelyn, and we're just going to keep going around this circle at this point now. Jocelyn, where do we find Phelan this morning?
Phelan trances, being a star elf. I have a little apartment in the top of the Bulking Up Bakery. Brilla has been very kind to me. And here's her voice. Brilla's been very kind to me ever since I came down to the Underdark. So I think this morning I tend to get up as soon as I possibly can. As soon as the 4 hours of trancing are up. And I am currently just tidying my room, but also I'm going to head quickly downstairs to see if Brilla needs anything. We're probably going to get a big rush due to the holiday. You know, a lot of people want the loaves and the other goods that I help make, though I have been told by Brilla I can no longer try to make the cinnamon buns because last time I put way too much icing on them. And you see this 5'3" star elf. This is one of the homebrew races. This cool ocean blue skin with white dots, freckles moving like constellations. They have a white, mostly white hair, but there are tinges of sunshine yellow coming in. Phelan is short and stout at about a 5'3", but a muscular stout. This is someone who engages the core on a daily basis, and tends to keep low to the ground. They are wearing a set of black and brown armor. They like to wear earth tones because everything else about them is so bright. Yeah, I'm just going to head downstairs and see what Brilla needs.
Excellent, excellent. You find yourself very quickly having your senses overpowered by lots and lots of noise. You are so right. As someone who has not been down here long, you don't know how busy Brilla actually gets. It's crazy in here.
And as an accidental hermit for 10 years, I am immediately overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's a lot in the moment. You see Brilla, double checking pronouns.
Is a dwarger.
I think, yeah, she, her, though. Double checking that.
Let me check.
I have she, her here, so as long as that works
She,
with your
her.
canon.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Look, you can do whatever you want with her. She's yours.
So you see this small gray-skinned Droga woman who has like a beard that actually comes back and loops around with her hair. It all comes together into a tight knot and then separates from there into more craziness, but it keeps all of that out of the face while she's working, which she is currently working there, working front. She has a nephew who helps out a little bit here and there, who was named after her, who's just called Brill. So that's super fun and confusing in this house. But Brill and Brilla are working real hard to do everything that they can to keep things going. But between the two of them, they can handle front and back of house just enough. But there are like 20 or 30 people coming in a line, coming in to try to grab some loaves. It's right now it's the quick exchange business. Like, can I get 4 loaves and also 2 muffins? It's just a quick in and out, but it's continuous and it's taking a while. As soon as you come down, Brilla like triple takes like twice, but then one more to give herself a mental break for a second to stare at you. It's like, sleep well. You doing all right?
Yeah. What can I do? Well, there's a lot of people. What can I do?
Sure. If you want to help, can you give out samples for like 2 minutes and then you can come in here afterwards? Just give everyone a sample of our newest muffin, and that way we can just keep them busy for a couple seconds.
The lemon swirl with the blueberries.
Yes.
That one? Okay. I quickly go to like the glass case and open it up. The smell, it's been so long. Before I came to the Underdark, I really did subsist on like berries and forest stuff. So it's really hard to not just stuff my face immediately. And I think I do sneak a sample or two as I'm putting them on the plate. And as I start to walk around, I kind of take a break and go, okay, remember what Aranea told you? Remember what she said about talking to people? And I go up to the first person and I go, hi, would you like a sip? Good morning. Welcome. Would you like a sample of our new muffin?
Honestly, I loved that first energy that you had, but this works too.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll take notes.
You're doing great. Yes, I would like to try. What is this? You see a genasi with like the earth toned skins, but in between it's I forget what the Japanese term is for like remaking things with gold inlays in between it, but I know
the shattered pottery.
Yes, I forget what the term was.
It's called kintsugi.
Thank you. I used it in something else, but then I forgot the term again. But it also, because it's an earth genasi, it's almost like it's just like ore veins of gold going around them, and then also in the hair itself, you see just like strips of gold in between. But they're like, who got the energy? You're doing great.
Okay.
Can I only take one sample? Because these look really good.
Take one for now. If I have extras, there's a lot of people in here. I'll come back if there are extras.
Awesome.
The lemon blueberry, it's a little on the tart side. So if you like tart, this is the sample for you.
I like free, but that works too.
Also good. Makes note of people like free in my head and then continue to go and give samples to people.
That's not, I guess, not the worst thing to remember. Some people just like things because they're free.
Well, yeah, as someone who has never worked in retail until now, Phelan just like, right, of course people would like free things, and goes into like a spiral of overthinking as I continue to serve. This person doesn't have a self-insert. Don't know what you're talking about. As I continue to serve samples.
But yeah, you go down the line. It is pretty easy work, and as you're doing it, easy in the fact that like foot wise, hand wise, like of the jobs going on right now, it's the lowest in labor, highest in social interaction though. So that might be a different drain for Phelan altogether.
Brilla, I feel like does this on purpose, 100%. Anytime that I need to like interact with people, she's like, Phelan, you can use practice. Go over and talk to those people. And I'm very enthusiastic about it because I want to get better at being social.
And it gives you the opportunity.
And you know, Kellyot has always told me, like, go be social, like, I'll take you to some parties. I wonder how he's doing. I think he went out and had, like, a real wild time last night. Wonder how he's doing.
Potentially. We'll see. As you
the connections begin.
As you continue going down the line, it's, again, pretty easy. You're able to deliver food to basically everybody. There might be, like, a couple stragglers at the end that, like, get in right as you're turning back around. Like, wait, can I get a...
And you see with, like, this lightning quickness that comes from, like, the ranger instinct. I just, faster than I think I even need to. I go, grab a few more, and run back. And It looks like, it's like the trail of a shooting star tail as I...
Love that. As you do that, the Urgenasi kind of just, like, raises a finger but sees you go and is like... We'll worry about that after.
I immediately zoom back and go, I have one more.
You're awesome. Takes it. Offers a high five.
Oh! Boom. Oddly good aim. Lands it.
So surprising. The archer has good aim.
What? No, I don't.
As you head back in, you see that both Brilla and Brill are out back cooking at the moment. So the line... While stopped, it's not in an aggravated sort of way. They all just seem to be waiting in the moment as they are out back working on a couple projects in the moment. What do you instinctually decide to do?
I think I immediately go to the counter and I just start chatting to whoever's first in line and just say, so are you excited for the enthronement ceremony? I've never been to one of them. What are they like?
I mean... I haven't been here for a long. You see what looks like basically a my brain broke for a second. A halfling who's just like, oh, I haven't been here that long before. They only do it every once a generation thing.
Oh, that makes sense, right? Because of the
person
right.
sits on a throne. That's about as what I got out of it. But
okay. Stare for a bit. So they'll be
awkward
right with you
between two individuals.
Well, they'll be out for a moment. Thank you all so much for. I try to like be loud. Thank you all so much for your patience.
The Earth Genasi just goes woo, and then like you hear like, a couple of people just like clap, being like, "What's the enthusiasm for?"
I really like the sky.
And after a few moments, Brilla comes out. It's like, "All right, got this. Brill's good. The mixer." Is fine.
Okay.
The mixer is fine, right, Brill?
Please tell me that the mixer is not on fire again. I
don't know how that happens.
I don't know either. It was very concerning.
But Brilla gives like a quick like pat on the back. It's like, all right, everything's going good here. Let me continue handling this. Brill's got it back there. Do you mind running some deliveries for me?
Oh, no, not at all. And actually, you see a moment of shoulders go whoomp. Like, just, I get to go outside for a bit.
Oh, I thought you meant like you were preparing your body to be more angular.
Straight up, like, you know when you have your shoulders
running.
up to, like, your ears?
To tense, yeah.
And just, right. But also, I think a bit of a stance, because Valen always moves like they're walking in the shadows, even though they don't need to.
That's fair. As you get like almost prepped and ready and a little happy, it seems, about this potentially new task, Brilla like reads the expression and says, well, you're going to have to at least have like a 2-sentence conversation with each person. Is that going to be good?
No, that's totally fine. I love doing it. I'm just still really bad at it.
You've had them cheering for a second. I think you're fine.
That's that one guy. Can you know how I get my free cupcake once a month? Can you give that to him, please?
Once a month. I don't remember saying once a month. I think I remember you saying once a month. I think I said you can just eat free here. But, you know.
Can I give one of my free... Look, maybe I... Look,
fine.
yeah, you did.
Yes. I will give you a cupcake. Do you want something special? And, like, again, as we're doing this for practice, 1 second, says to somebody else, you're going to go have a conversation when delivering, right? You're
yes.
Gonna give it. Have again, 2 sentences. You do this. There's 10 deliveries plus this. Do that. That's 22 sentences. You got this.
I got this. Okay.
Special one. Are we like?
Yeah. The strawberry one.
Strawberry. This one has a little bit of unique frosting. It's kind of not the glitter, but you know the small like crystals you can put on top of stuff that normally,
yeah,
it's a crystal sugar, but because it's down here, it has a little bit of bioluminescence glow. So like the cupcake just has like a light little glow to it, which is very nice. Hands it to you and says, "All right, that 10 deliveries, go." Also, at your last delivery, stay there.
Do I have like a list?
Yes.
I think I very quickly go down the list, see that it's the tavern, and go, oh, okay. And I'm going to rush back to the Earth Genasi. I'm going to hold out the cupcake and say, on the house. Thank you for being so encouraging.
Oh, awesome. If you ever need a shoe or looks down at your legs, boot shines, let me know.
What was your name?
Irregard.
Irregard. Phelan, nice to meet you. I gotta go. And I just take off through the door. That was 3 sentences, I think.
Doing so good. I'm so excited to see the comparison between the monk, the druid, and now the ranger. How do you move through the city?
I think I try to see things on the move. Like, I can get very easily distracted, but I don't take the time that Nim does or engage like Kellyot does. I think it's very much, I have a mission in mind. But it's still with that eye of, I used to be a forager, right? I used to always look in the brush and the trees. So I'm still keeping a very keen eye out and an eye of fascination, but trying to keep myself, eyes on the prize. Like, I'm going to these 10 different locations, though I do stop and wave at a couple of gleam rats because those are super cute.
Nice. Something that you see, there's very few in this city, even though it is one of the big cities, and there it is a decent amount considering. But you've heard about the megafauna forge that exist in the wild. These large mechanical beasts that people ride on or ride in if they have the capabilities of that. The wild ones are obviously wild, and most people just leave that alone. But there are tamed versions. There are the ones that are in the city that exist for, such as the actual royal family have their own. And then there are other ones that other people just have, either ones that they've trained, tamed, inherited from just living in this place for forever. And you see what is a little difficult because this place is just a bunch of islands. You see a makeshift parade with quite a few of the megafauna forge being kind of like the floats along the way, where people are just like throwing up banners or like waving high. They are so non-dangerous for the community that like you see like a group of kids, probably monk kids or some other very like haphazard, like gives no fucks kids who just like grab onto the tail and just let themselves get dragged along for about 20 feet, just to see who can hold on the longest.
I think that instinctually I am like darting among people as if they are shadows in trees. And even though I love the idea of being around people, I think it's more of this, I can now focus on the things around me and I move in and out of shadows. I feel like it's always to corner of the eyes. It looks like you've seen like a small comet just race past your peripheral vision and go, what was that? And that's kind of how Phelan moves instinctually.
Very fair. All right. As you head off, we are going to switch over to Malekith. Malekith, where did we find you waking up on this lovely morning?
More than likely, you're going to find me waking up in the name of the place is evading me.
The blacksmith?
Blacksmith. Yep, the blacksmith.
It is called the Arms of Virtue. You know the owner, who is Rylanor, who is a Cetice, which is basically Basically, it's an orca person, a very, very large individual. But yes, the Arms of Virtue is where we'd probably find you then.
Well, I'm going to, as I get up, I'm going to go ahead and just get my shirt and my black shirt with my red, like hooded, tattered cloak thing. Make my way downstairs and get the fire started. Kind of stick my hands in the ashes and just start heating up the flame and get the heat going.
Awesome, excellent. You get the fire going. There doesn't seem to be. There's an okay amount of hustle and bustle here. Rylanor is like not an unbusy person, but like it takes you a bit to realize you don't even know where he is in the moment. Like you can hear him when he's going places. So the fact that you're not hearing anything in particular at the moment's not like off-putting. I was like, oh, well, that's weird. He's always working in the morning. Are you going to start, like, you probably know enough about this that you could maybe start doing orders, but you could also find something else to do here if there was a different thing that you wanted to do to start off the morning. So it's up to you.
More than likely, I'm just going to get the floors swept and cleaned, get the shop ready for an opening, whatever Rylanor comes in, and have the shop ready for him.
Nice. As you spend your time cleaning, it takes quite a while, but you do hear and feel, kind of like the T-Rexes from Jurassic Park, a little bit of a tremor coming as this gentleman starts making his way home. You hear a lot of grunting, and it takes you a moment to realize, or to see that Rylanor is being helped by a couple people to just like get here. They're crossing over a bridge. Besides this giant, like whale individual, there is also a I think it's a griff is what's it called, or it's the hippo race. So you see a big hippo person and also a loxodon, both trying to help their equally large friend just make his way home. But the tremor they cause while walking is, if you were doing delicate work, it would be immensely aggravating.
Okay. As they kind of get close, I'm going to go ahead and put my mask on and open the door for them. And just kind of look at Rylan and be like, is everything okay?
As you open the door, you begin to hear that they're all just slowly singing to each other, like doing a sea shanty as they're going back and forth, coming in. And the Loxodon just like gives a thumbs up with the trunk. He's like, "Oh yeah, we celebrate the day before the enthronement day because then we don't got to deal with the crowds." And Eleanor, well, let's just say a barrel's a cup to this guy. So it was a good night for the businesses, but not a good night for his wallet. And you just see, just back and forth over and over again.
Okay. So are we not opening today then?
Eventually, he looks up, being held by two of his friends, and just looks at you for a second, and the hand just like taps you on the top of the head, says, "You're a good one."
I don't know how that connects to what I said, but okay.
Takes a few moments to like get him in, so just kind of like plop him onto his couch, like the closest thing to a living space. The couch is, I can only imagine, massive. But he falls into it and he's just relaxing and singing back and forth. I don't want to open.
Okay, your business. I just was looking to help. I'm gonna just. Do you need anything from me then? Or
I don't want to be hungover, so I want to drink.
Okay. How can I help with that?
Do you want to drink, or do you want to hang, or do you want to? It just starts going off again. The hippo individual just kind of like looks at you, is like,
What am I supposed to do with this?
Don't ask me. We got him home. I mean, if he wants to drink out of his house, I mean, far be it from him. All right, yeah, we'll just rummage. We'll find him a couple things. Do you know how to make food? I don't know. No offense. This is like the third time I've seen you. What's your skill set? Can you make a sandwich?
I can make a sandwich, sure. I don't have a lot of skill set, I don't think. I just kind of do what I can. I swept really good.
Awesome.
That's pretty much all I've got.
I would, if you could make him like a thing, like just anything that absorbs everything else. Now I should reward that. Something that'll help him sober up.
I'll see what he has in the pantry.
All right. They begin trying to. They join you in the kitchen mainly because they're being like, "All right, what does he have for hard liquor? What are we gonna get this guy to just like get him, get him in a good spot." As you are going around, you notice that there is some stuff in the kitchen area that seems to be placed with notes on it, and you find one, a delivery that looks like it needs to go out sometime soon, and two, a small package with your name on it.
So I'm gonna just put those two to the side real quick and just see what's in the pantry.
Sure. He's a big person. He needs a lot of food, so there's a lot of food in here. Gets specially made loaves from Brilla that are big enough to curb his hunger. This guy has giant shanks of food. A lot of it is like salted and kept to be at room temperature because the more he can just fit into a single spot, the better for his situation. Also has a barrel of pickles. Just a barrel of pickles.
Okay. So I'm gonna just slice up some of the dried meats and slice off some bread and just kind of make a sandwich for him. I'm gonna grab a couple, about a half dozen pickles and just kind of put them on this lid of the pickle case. I don't know. And just kind of bring that out to him, and as he's kind of laying on the couch, just kind of start tapping his face. Boss, did there's a package in there? Did you need that to go out anytime soon?
I don't have any dice in front of me. That was a bad choice for today. Sometimes I just
Overrated.
roll for choices. There we go.
Roll for choice.
Look, the man's having a night. Eventually, like, sees the food and like has like hands and just like tries to grab a pickle and eat a pickle. And immediately, just like immense satisfaction across the face. It's like, package. All right. Yes. Yeah. Can you get that to Tabby at some point today? Anytime. Doesn't matter. Before it's dark.
Tabby is who? Oh, where?
Tabitha. Over in Folly. Mallory's Folly.
Okay. Okay. I could do that, I think.
Don't forget, I know it's your first day at first Enthronement, so there's a little thing for you there too.
What's an enthronement?
Enthronement. Enthronement. It's a holiday. It's not a great holiday. It's rare, which I guess is fun, but it's. Mech, explain it. And just looks over to the hippo person. Like, he's so fucked up. The nobles, the royals, hand down the seat of power to their kid.
Okay.
They sit on
and
the
this
throne.
is a good thing.
Yeah, it's the throne has a power to protect the city, so it's good when it's in like a younger generation's hand. So then we don't lose the The older generation is, yeah, it's fine.
And so, do they like? Is there has to be someone that gets like to, you know?
Oh, you just watch Three Faces having no idea what you're talking about for a second. I'll be like, oh, murder. No, no. It's just like parents give it. But we assume that it's an incantation or so. I don't know. We've never gotten that close. Like getting in the palace grounds is super hard. You need tickets.
Okay, all right, good to know. Okay, okay. Good day then.
Good day.
All right.
Ralliner just kind of like falls asleep with the sandwich on his stomach.
Is he gonna finish that?
Eventually, maybe. We're gonna put it on a plate for now. Watch the other friend just transfer it, put it down. You know what? Honestly, no. He's gonna go to sleep for the next 12 hours. He's not.
Okay. Okay, I'm glad I worked on that really hard. All right, delivery time.
You watch, like, as you say that, one of them, the elephant, the ear like twitches and hears that and just kind of like tilts head a bit, but it doesn't say anything. Yeah. If you would like, you can grab those. Are you going to head straight there, or are you going to be doing anything else?
First, I'm going to open the package to me to see if it's helpful for this journey to the place I'm going.
It is probably not the most helpful, but it is convenient in the sense that it is compact. It is a foldable version of your small scythe and big scythe. So
okay.
It collapses a bit. It is just like the package looks deceivingly small, but like as you pick it up, it's like heavy because it's dense with metal. But you're able to see that he made just like a collapsible version. The note says, "Test run. Be careful. Looks cool." That's all it says.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just a pair of it's what you already have, but they just, it's a
okay.
switch scythe.
Okay. Not trusting the description of today's events and the fact that there probably is going to be murder because power's being handed down. I'm going to put on my armor and before I head out and grab the package and then hit the road.
That's super fair. The package that you have compared to most of the others is actually like very heavy. You can tell quickly that he definitely smithed something for whatever this is. So like you are like, it's a bit of a big pickup for a sec, but yeah, you're able to make it out. And similar to the others, what's your like walk along from one place to another like for you?
So first off, I'm gonna just open the end cap to the mask and just stuff the little bit of incense that I have left into there so I don't have to smell the city. And then just kind of pull my hood up and just tuck my head down real low and just kind of walk as close to the side of the road as possible. Just kind of keeping an eye out for anything that I might be able to like grab and dry to use as incense or something that I could use to not have to smell with.
That's fair. Roll me a perception check or investigation.
That is a 15 on perception.
With a 15, in the city in general, there are a lot of things that have unique scents specifically to help, like if someone is not used to it, to help them acclimate, or because it is a tourist spot, being the closest to the opening, it is a place that people come to a lot. There are places that sell masks or individual things to help others as well. But even better for today, like fresh flowers and fresh incense are being used as part of the whole parade. So like you can easily find people dropping stuff or forgetting stuff, or like partially used but still like I mean half of an incense stick can still be used in some situations. And like potpourri-esque flower petals galore, like very easy to find right now, and you're able to find it without having to worry about it being like weird. Like you're not taking it from like the direct parade. You can like go off to the side and be like, all right, here's just stuff that people forgot.
Yeah, picking up as many flowers, especially that I can, just kind of stuffing them into my bag.
Cool. And you are able to collect some supplies and head along your way. Oh, Nariman. No.
Why?
I only said half of it.
Nailed it.
For the meme.
For the
Nara.
memes, eventually. Are you winning, son? Yes. Where do we find you on this lovely morning?
I feel like Arene, because she lives outside of Gracetide, would have come into town the night before, and would probably be heading to Daisy's if she's already not there, to the Fun Guy Cafe.
Heck yeah. If you're not already there, we can have you head there. That is easy enough. Daisy is not there at the moment, which you already know because you've been going there for a little bit. Instead, you see Mally, who I forget what Mally was off the top of my head. It's in our notes somewhere, but you're able to head over to the Fun Guy Cafe, and it's already like a little busy. It's not as crazy busy as you see a lot of other places to be, but people seem to be coming here to like mellow a bit and just like relax and have conversations, where most of the rest of the city is like a ruckus. So you're able to get in, and a few people here and there, and you see Mally, who's at the front desk, and I'm literally just gonna look it up now because I hate not knowing these things. My brain gets angry at me. There we go. Oh, Marguerite. Cool. Yeah. You see a Shimmer Dranasi named Marguerite, who has like heavy himbo energy from like the start of just like eye contact for anyone who walks in here. And he also, like, besides being assumed, it is also confirmed with most interactions that he is a himbo. So this very large earthen Shimmer Genasi with like moss crevices for like in between for also like hair and stuff in a lot of places is just like slowly mixed drinks and having pleasant conversations with like the two other people that are in here right now. What are you coming in here for? Grabbing your own drink, saying hi to folks?
Yeah, Arene would be going in there probably for like a small pastry and something to drink.
All right. I mean, you not long after see as you get in there. Oh, give us a description of Arene.
Oh,
Describe
so
your
right about
gal.
now, she's a tiefling. She's got a very like kind of pale gray skin. With like kind of like almost like an iridescent like light purple like scaling along parts of her body, like her tail, like the top of her forehead. She has these really large like horns that are kind of that have a lot of texture to them. But her hair is like this very like bright purple at the top with like white tips, kind of like in a kind of short angular bob and a little braid. She'd probably be wearing like her regular like leather gloves and boots with like a green kind of emerald tunic and her like magenta cloak that she'd normally be wearing, and like her little component pouch just like at the hip.
Ready to go.
Ready to go at all times.
We love people who use component pouches. Yes. As you come in and as you're like getting ready to order, you're like, oh, you double checking. I think Phelan and Arne have met before again and know each other. Right?
I think we determined that like everyone kind of knows each other in the circle.
True.
Cool, but definitely I have been here before. Yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Have we run into each other yet?
Probably.
Okay.
So as you come in, Marguerite's like, You literally just missed failing. Did a quick delivery like 3 minutes ago. But fresh baked goods.
Friend, that sounds good. I'll take 2.
All right. Begins packing them up. Anything specific to drink? Hot, cold, room temperature, all 3?
Maybe I think something hot today.
Hot. All right. Do you want a surprise, or do you want to actually have some decisions in this? What are you thinking?
Surprise me. Whatever sounds good to you today.
Dangerous, but okay, you got it. Starts making something for you. As that begins to go on, one of the people in that was talking with the small group, you see very randomly a big flash of light that overtakes the whole room for a quick second. And you see this couple who are just like looking towards this other individual begin to move again. They are frozen for a couple seconds, but willingly. And you see this changeling who takes the hood off of their head from a little mechanical device, eventually has a little print, a little piece of art pop out of the side of this little mechanical box, and hands it over to them and says, see, now you have this moment ingrained forever in this piece of paper, this piece of parchment. Enjoy your Lumi trace. And just kind of like fans hands very happily. And you see that there's a quick exchange of money, and like the couple seem to be really enjoying it for the moment. And the changeling looks around for a moment, sees you, locks eyes on you, and approaches and says, hello there. Have you thought of permanently encapsulating a moment of time of your existence for everyone to see, for yourself to enjoy forever?
Aranea just kind of pauses for a moment and does like a quick life flashing in the back of my mind now, and is just remembering a lot. I don't know.
Well, let me help you with that choice. We have this thing here, see? It's called a Lumi trace. What it does is it causes a big flash of light that then is absorbed through this little doohickey lens here. I say doohickey, I know what it is, but I'm just saying doohickey for the fun of it. And it refracts it onto against a piece of paper that has a very specific type of gelatin put against it that will then imprint the image of this moment, that corner, that man, double checks, looks over at Marguerite for a second, that couple, yourself, forever imprinted and existing.
Aranea looks over to Mally. Friend, do you want to take a Lumi trace with me? I don't know what they're asking for. How much does this cost?
2 gold. The changeling says, and Mally looks over and is like 3 more seconds and I can be over there. Yeah, yeah, sure. Looks over confused for a moment, then looks down. Yeah, he's just been in here. It's been fine. The people who get it seem to like him, so I've been leaving him alone. Don't know how Daisy would feel, but we're not talking about that right now.
Mally, Aranea looks over at Mally. Do you want me to make them leave?
Oh,
like as her mood kind of shifts a little.
You see Mally go be like, no, it's, and then like realizes the ship's like, no, it's fine, it's okay.
Okay. I can wait a minute. Looking back over the changeling, Aranea just kind of is giving a little bit of side eye. 2 gold seems a little steep. Are you sure that we cannot do better?
Roll me a persuasion.
Heck yeah, warlock!
It's nat 20.
You watch this person be like, and they're about to be like, well, the cost of the goods and the how much it costs to make the product, it costs me about 1 gold and 5 silver. you know what? This place has done me such good business today. Yeah, I'll have a free one for apparently the owner and the favorite customer. I don't really know, but like, yes, we can do a free one.
Arene is just kind of nodding. That sounds good. Agreeable.
Out of curiosity, what is a nat 20 for you on that in total?
It's a 27.
Nasty. Love it.
At level 2? Level 2, we got a 27?
27, baby!
That's insane.
One of my other
I
players.
think I picked up Beguiling Influence, so I need to
yeah.
double check. That's probably why
That's
it's
nice.
yeah.
That's some good stuff. One of my players in my last arc had a natural passive perception of 21 at level 2. So, like, you know.
My God.
Yeah, that was super fun in our mystery campaign, let me tell you.
Boy.
Also, I'm loving the fantasy photography. Totally not, Vinny.
Oh, yeah. No. So I'm so happy I get to use this again. It makes me very happy. But yeah, so it takes a few moments. It's a little weird. Eventually you find out that the person's name is Alexi, and Alexi's like, yeah, so you guys just pick a pose that you want to. I mean, you don't have to be handing a drink. You see Mally immediately goes to like handing you a drink for a pose, and it's like, or you can be like a little more casual about it. You can just like
Aranea just leans into it and is just pretending to grab the cup while after this picture is going to take the cup.
okay, immortalized forever. And you see like there's like an enthusiasm, then a bit of a drop off at the end. But and after going underneath it, screwing with the dial and takes a moment. All right, this is going to be really quick, and holds a hand up, and the hand does the light cantrip for like a brief second before turning it off. In that moment is frozen. And eventually a little piece of parchment that had a mixture of like green and pink, like a bioluminescent ink against it, comes out with a image of you guys. It's a duotoned image, but it looks lifelike, which is probably pretty like weird to see, because besides like illusions that are lifelike, you don't see exact replicas of things in imagery a lot.
Okay.
But it's a
This
moment
is
of
kind of lovely.
you and Mally just handing a drink off to each other.
At that point, like after taking the photo, I go ahead and take my drink and just like take a sip.
Roll me a d20. We're just gonna see how good this drink is.
Oh man. It's another nat 20.
What?
Oh, you're having a good night. You're using it on some weird things, but you're having a good night.
Get them out of the way now, so when we battle, we're fucked.
Yeah,
We're just
that's
all the
how we
bad
do.
rolls.
I love that.
But
Nat 20.
social rolls.
Yeah, that it's a amazing drink. If you ask Mally, he's like, I don't really know. I just like took like 4 things behind the counter and put it together. I call it the eyes closed combo because I don't know what I put into it.
Aranea is just kind of nodding. Friend, this is very good.
Do you remember
Very, very good.
what do you taste anything in it? Because like I should probably write it down if it's that good. I can get my name on the wall.
As Aranea is like taking another sip, it tastes a little sweet. There's a little bit of tart. Maybe caramel, something. And I'm not sure.
Did I just drop one of Brilla's cupcakes in here? Okay. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. It's fine.
You find
sweet
cake at the
tart
bottom.
caramel.
You find cake at the bottom of the
batter.
drink.
It's fine. Goes back and just starts like putting it together. And yeah, I mean, you got a drink and you got a photo. And I mean, Mally gives it to you and says, "You're the one who got a free photo." So
Aranea just kind of like shrugs, like opens her little pouch and just like puts it in.
love that. All right. Mally, right before you go, is like, "Are you busy today?"
Not particularly, friend. Why?
Could you do me a favor? In which I mean, like, free drinks for like 2 days while Daisy's not here. If you do it for me,
Arane is slowly contemplating this. You could have said one day. You could have said one day, but two, I'll take that.
Well, she's gone for a while, so like I'm just hedging my bet. Yeah. Cool. I have to make a bunch of drinks for Malor's Folly. They're having a small celebration over there. I think it's for Enthronement Day. It might be something else. I don't know. But like I just have to make a bunch of drinks, and I can't really run them over there while I got people here. Can you just?
Yeah, that should be fine. Just I can take it over there. There's no trouble.
Awesome. Thank you. Mally begins putting together a dozen different drinks mixes into a bunch of like big cups, and then has a bunch of small cups stacked next to it, so then you can share the drinks. And it's all put into a convenient little carrying case because we're cool like that down here.
I go ahead and start to get all of these. Is it a lot of drinks?
It's a dozen drinks that are like stacked into like a very specific combo to like try to keep it. Because you're in a big city and people are like ordering drinks to go all the time because, you know, food delivery is great. Stares into the abyss.
Are we door dashing?
I think just because Arane is not particularly strong, she would go ahead and cast Unseen Servant to like help her carry these drinks over there.
I knew it. I was like, I bet this girl.
Yeah, she's not strong. She's not strong, girl. She's soft marshmallow, but like, yeah, she's not strong.
Yes, Poppy. The name is Polexi. It's silent P. Cool. You are able to have your Unseen Servant. I ask for eventually that you have a name for him or her or it or they, but you do not need to now, just eventually. And yeah, you are able to start making your way back through the city that you've been seeing for decades, and you understand what the enthronement is. I don't necessarily think you've probably seen it because the ruling family is half drow, half changeling. So their lifelines are pretty long. So it's not like it changes hands every decade or so. It does take a while. But you've probably at least heard about this type of thing. Is this for an event like this in the city? What are you doing for it? Are you excited? Are you boring? What are you trying to do? What are you trying to look at?
I feel like Aranea would just be kind of bored. Like it's like she's heard about it, but isn't like particularly like, oh, this is so exciting. For her, it's just kind of like any other day.
Super fair. I get that. All right. Sorry. I'm also putting a thing on here. Wonder if that's going to work correctly. Well, we'll worry about that later. Cool. That didn't screw that up. I love it when I don't screw up OBS. Isn't that great, guys? Cool. As the five of you begin heading over to Malor's Folly, we're going to have you guys all enter roughly at the same time. We'll say that there's obviously spacing in between, but as you guys eventually start getting there, Balmore Rough. What do we got you guys up to? Or Balmore or Rough.
So Rough isn't seen, just like doing their own thing currently. But Balmore would more than likely be standing kind of near the bar and just like looking out and keeping an eye over just like what's happening and who's all entering and stuff like that.
Sure. And you guys have been here. You guys have been here quite a bit, and you guys know that it is, besides it being Enthronement Day, it is also Tabitha's birthday, and most people don't really pay attention to that while that's going on because Enthronement Day. In fact, like Tabitha would prefer having a day off, if anything, but instead of that, people seem to be gathering. Like slowly, regulars are coming in and hanging out, and like they're staying an extended amount of time, and like they're seeing like bags of stuff are being brought in from all over, and like some small boxes are being hidden in corners and stuff. Like people are getting ready to throw a little surprise thing for Tabitha. But what are you up to? Is there anyone in particular you're paying attention to? Anything you're trying to pay attention to?
Oh, sorry. That all came in weird on my headset. Mostly we're just paying. I'm just paying attention to, just making sure no one's doing anything weird like throwing tables or getting too wasted or anything.
Super fair. Roll me an insight check to see if there's any problematic people to worry about. Why am I orange?
That's the vibe, apparently.
I got a 22.
Oh!
Hey.
Heck yeah.
Nat 1 to a 22.
We love this trajectory for you, buddy.
Let me see. Me trying to change a different thing. Better. Nope, that's worse. Whatever. Worry about that later. Cool. With a 22, there is a decent amount of chaos here. Nothing too crazy. Honestly, the biggest issue you're probably having is that there is just like an absurd amount of people gathering in here and filling up a lot of the space. So it gets harder to actually see things as more and more people start coming in there. But you do notice that probably the weirdest thing is a really big gift that like gets wheeled in, like a small like wagon in a big box gets like dragged in by a name of Goliath. A Goliath comes in dragging the big package. Is like, all right, I got this big thing. I know it's not hidden, but like, where am I putting it? Like, I gotta put it somewhere.
Balmore, noticing this, walks up and is kind of just like, well, I think you can put... No, that's not going to work. And he puts his hand on his neck and kind of cricks his neck. I think... Yeah, I think this one will fit. You can put it behind the bar.
All right. Thanks, bud. Just taking a curious glance. Not at the talking. The talking was fine. It was the the fine tuning that confused the individual for a moment. But the whole package gets wheeled in. The guy's like move, and like clearing people out of the way, and like brings it behind the bar where Tabitha is just like sitting and like staring and looking around at people, and just loads the gift behind and leaves it in the corner. And eventually just gets up and starts leaving. You do get a really strong stone, like earthy smell from that. But the Goliath just like, since you approached, like hands you an envelope. It's like, here, I guess, is this for you or?
Like, oh, no worries. I can hand this over to Tabitha whenever I see her.
Got you. All right. Have a good one.
All right. I still see Tabitha behind the bar, correct?
Yep.
So
go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I would just walk up to Tabitha and place the ticket or receipt kind of on the bar.
Okay. All right. That is sitting there. As you guys, you put it, and there's actually another envelope right next to it that also has Tabitha's name on it, and it says to open during surprise. That was already there. But as you begin putting stuff there, we'll say in order of the way people arrived is the way that they were introduced. So Kelly makes an entrance like not too long after.
Yeah, he busts in and he's like, "Hey, party people, Tabitha.
I would kind of lean over from the bar and like look at Tabitha and just like put a finger up like no, and then look back at come here, friend. You could just put it back here behind the bar. We already have some other packages.
Oh, sick. Here you go." And he'll come over. And as he leans down, he's like, "Did the surprise happen yet?"
Not yet. You're just in time.
All right, and then right after that,
Cool. Tight.
Nympheria comes in.
Nymptheria is kind of just really soaking in all these surroundings because they haven't really like actually spent some time in the bar. They're not usually like a partier, go outer person. So she just kind of is keeping to herself, kind of like looks around. She has like the stuff from Bessie, but she's not really quite sure what to do with it. So she kind of makes her way towards what she assumes is like the front of the bar, and she goes, I had Bessie, fungal house, package.
Balmore's just gonna turn around and like as he looks up, it kind of jolts back and is like, "Oh, you're a big one, ain't you?" Nope.
Hi, I'm Nymptheria. Hi.
Never mind. Nice to meet you. My name is Balmore. You can place it behind the bar if you would like.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure what Bessie intended me to do with the package, but I assume I will just and then you see him just putting the package behind the bar. And then she immediately like just goes to find like a quiet corner and pulls out her book. She's like, I'm just gonna sit over here.
You find a corner where there are a couple other people who are also. There is a book club area where there's like 3 or 4 people, and there's a smaller little hearth. It's not part of the main fireplace where a lot of people gather for stories, but like in a corner where people who are just like, "Yep, reading by firelight. Thank you very much."
She immediately beelines.
And Phelan, we have you popping in next.
I come in looking harried. I immediately walk to the bar and I go, Belmore! Oh, Ruff's not here?
As you say that, he looks back again and he goes, "No." And then goes back and he goes back and he's like, "You know her. She's always around."
Oh, right. Well, oh! Killiot! Hi! I talked to so many people today.
I am so proud of you, dude.
Ah, thanks. And I'm going to hand you the package, which I hope is a birthday cake. I truly do. And hand you the package and then go, by the way, and I take like my little bag, which I snuck some pastries in and got pastries for all of my friends. And definitely go, hey, Kellyat, catch. And I just shove it across the bar to you. And it's the strawberry cupcake with the crystals on it.
He, with a grace not often seen with him, snatches it out of the air.
Nice!
And it's like, sick! I love these ones! Thank you!
Balmore, I didn't know what you two wanted, so, I got you, and I pull out, the lemon and blueberry muffins. These are the new ones. I gave samples of them today. There was a very nice urchin Aussie who, like, cheered and clapped for me. I didn't really know what to do with that. And I look around, and I know Nim from previously, but I'm assuming we haven't run into each other since we've both come down to the Underdark. Is that right? So
Probably not.
I'm kind of in the middle of a sentence. I look over and I go, I don't want to disturb her because she's reading, but I think I know her.
You know her?
Yeah, from my time in home.
Hey!
Oh God! Oh God!
You see Nim kind of just very confusingly just looks up from their book and is just like,
Yep. Yeah, you.
me?
You know that?
Hi. Oh, like you immediately see Nim's face just light up because she does know you. Hi, please remind me of your name. I know of your face. Oh, Phelan, hi, it's good to see you. What are you doing down here?
I've been living here for the last couple of months. I had Nymptheria. I had no idea you were down here. Nymptheria, this is Kellyot, from the monastery.
Hi.
And did you meet Balmore already?
Oh, yes, we just met. I've only been here for a couple of weeks now, but wow, it's so good seeing you here.
Yeah, so Nim is wonderful with mushrooms and plants and everything. I used to get some supplies from her. back in the 1,000-yard stare back in the day. Anyway,
As the 1,000-yard stare takes place, Malkith, we get you coming in the front door.
Okay.
I immediately rush over to you with a wrapped pastry.
Let me put this down for.
Right, you have boxes. Hi, Mel.
Hi.
Phelan.
That's Phelan. Where should I put this?
I look at Balmore.
Yeah, that looks heavy. Just back here, if you need, I can take that from you, or you can place it behind the bar.
Just hold it out and just drop it into your arms.
Roll me a strength check. You said drop.
Oh no.
Roll to catch.
6.
Oh, hydrate.
Oh, 6.
6.
With a 6.
Oh, buddy.
I'm going to give you an opportunity to roll me a dexterity check, or roll me a sleight of hand to try to save it before it falls. But it looks like as you drop it, like as it gets dropped to your hands, the weight surprises you for a moment, and it's about to just hit your toes real bad.
26.
Yeah.
You're able to do honestly, the strain on your back might be worse from you trying to catch this really heavy thing for the moment, but you're able to stop it from hitting your feet, which I feel like for bird people, that's gotta be a problem. So,
Yes.
Yes.
Feathers flying everywhere as I reach down and grab it, and I lift it up just enough to look over it and go, "Y'all gonna pay for that later." And like try to shift my head to try to change my voice, and I can't do it. So I'm like, and just walk it back to the back.
You need help, Ben?
No, I'm good. I just think I might have messed up my back. I can get Ruff to help me out a little bit later.
Okay. As long as you're sure.
I think at this point, I unwrap the pastry for Mal, and this fragrance of lavender as I give you a honey lavender scone.
Just take it and just slowly pull my mask off.
Yeah.
Hiding my face just so no one can see it, and just shoving it like in the mask and pulling it back down.
Oh, no.
I'm sorry. Is it in your mask now?
Portable snack.
The smell sticks with you that longer that way.
yeah, it's much better. Just remember therapy. It's great.
Crummy adventures.
I look at Nim and just go, "This is normal. That's Malkith. Malkith really
Hi.
likes things that
Hi.
that smell very strong."
Nim realizes all of the florals that they have on them, and it's just like, I am so sorry if I am very strong in my aroma.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I can't smell anything right now
Okay.
besides
okay.
the honey lavender, but I don't see why it'd be that big of a issue.
Okay.
As long
That's
as
good
like,
to know.
as long as you don't smell like rotting things, I think you'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, I do have. She kind of like points to the mushrooms. I do have these things, but they shouldn't be an issue. So if they are, just let me know.
It's okay, Mal.
Okay.
They're not rotting. It's okay. I can smell. They don't. I don't smell rotting. Does anyone smell rotting?
Are we trying to
Kelly
smell
leans
rotting?
over and just takes a huge whiff. It's like,
I'm sorry. Do you try to
No.
sniff her head?
yeah, here's
Do I
leans over
need to
and
bend down? Do I need to bend down
Yeah.
for you? Is that okay?
From behind the bar,
no, you're good.
from behind the bar, do you hear? Does anyone smell rotting?
Hi, Ruff.
No, I'm fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And you see Nim kind of just like noticing the little pile of feathers that I've collected, and like they just like are starting to pick them up for a lot more. Just kind of.
No, I would stand up and be like, that wasn't me. I don't, and look over at Tabitha and go, and as I say that, Tabitha, you just see like a shimmer around Tabitha start to fall, and Ruff stands up and is just like, looks at me and looks back, and I go, "Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing today?" And then Ruff looks back and gives a nod. "Hi, everyone. How's everyone doing? And like taps me. How's everyone doing today? How's everyone doing today?"
Hi, Ruff.
And Syria just is immediately just like so excited and just goes up to Ruff and goes, "Hi, I think I kind of know what's going on here. Hi."
It just gives like a nod and hands out, "Hi," and your voice right back at you.
And Thera just has the biggest smile on her face. Ruff? Is that your name?
Just like a nod,
My
like
name's-
hard nod.
My name's Nim. Nice to meet you.
Looks over at me. You have to use your own voice eventually, or just mimic someone else's in the room that has said something you need.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. Here are your feathers that you dropped. Didn't know if you wanted them back.
Balmore just like grabs his feathers and is like, "I can't really thank you for cleaning up. That was actually really nice of you." And like just places them behind the counter.
I know you can't put them back on, but don't want to leave them all over the place is always good.
To backtrack a few seconds earlier, as Aranea enters, you watch as the rough disguise fades. At that moment, and you see you start hearing the other people that are locals / regulars. The word regulars escaped my brain. We're just like, wait, where's Tabitha? Where the fuck's Tabitha? There's just a small commotion starts to happen as that happens. But Arne, you enter and see some other folks that you know.
As Aranea is walking in, she's like holding like a pair of the drinks, and is like looking around, realizing like, this is strange. A lot of my friends or people I know are here. Okay, it's like she goes ahead and like just goes to the bar to like set down all of the drinks. Looking over at Balmore. Can I leave these here?
Yeah, I'm starting to see a pattern. Why did you all bring things here?
Oh, well, I was delivering drinks from the Fungi Cafe from Daisy.
Oh,
Okay.
is there a cinnamon hot chocolate one in there? I think that one might be me.
Aranea just looks over at Kelly. I didn't really make the drinks, I'm just delivering.
Aranea. Hi. I heard I went by the cafe, but you weren't there.
Oh, I had a little bit of a late start.
I think. Do we know it's Tabitha's birthday?
Yeah, I would say if you come here a decently regular amount, we can say that you know it. Otherwise, we'll say it's probably a bit weird for you.
I feel like is it like putting the two and two together? Oh, this is why we've been delivering all these things. We're delivering them for her. So I kind of have that moment of like, the numbers fly in front of your face meme. And I just say, Aranea, I think we've all just delivered things for Tabitha's birthday.
Oh. Like, Aranea's like looking around at, like, kind of possibly like the boxes that have been delivered and stuff. That makes a lot of sense now. Oh, well. Okay.
Oh, also, and I reach out and pull out a lemon poppy seed muffin.
Aranea just like goes ahead and takes it. Oh, my favorite, thank you. And it's just like kind of eating a couple of pieces.
Nim, I'm so sorry. If I had known that you were here, I would have brought you something.
It's totally okay. I rarely come here anyway. I thought I was just dropping stuff off, but I guess it is a gathering of some sort. I'm never here.
I was specifically told to stay by Brilla. It sounded like a Kellyot thing, to be honest, when Kellyot tells me to go to the party and not spend the whole time petting the cat.
Is Is there a cat here?
And what else? There's no cat here. What else do we do?
We have a drink. It doesn't have to be alcoholic, and that's an in to talking to people.
There you go. So proud of you.
Sheepishly scuffing the ground.
Rough. You specifically know that the envelope that says surprise, that says for the surprise, was supposed to be opened after your disguised self was dropped.
So Ruff, first off, stops pulling out feathers and throwing them at Balmore as a joke, and walks over and grabs the envelope. You said envelope, correct? Yeah, grabs the envelope and like starts pecking at it and looking around, and then tears it and opens it.
Cool. As you tear it, a magic mouth spell activates, and you hear Tabitha's voice. Howdy, y'all. You're here to celebrate my birthday, and I super appreciate that from all of you. But I decided to treat myself for my birthday. I took a little vacation for the day. I will see y'all around, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day, but yeah, enjoy yourself. Don't drink all my drinks without paying for it. You know who you are. You all know who you are. But enjoy some of the stuff that I got. Enjoy all the gifts from my friends, unless it's a like thing that I'm supposed to keep, in which case just leave it here. But you know, if it's like food and stuff, go ahead and enjoy. Yeah, I know. I'm coming. God. Okay. Anyways, have a good time, guys. Appreciate you all. Love you all. Have fun.
A birthday party.
Kelia
without the
is
birthday
already
girl.
climbing over the counter.
I open the box to see if it's a cake.
Immediately, as you're climbing over the counter, Ruff like slides in front of you with the arms out, and it's just like, "Don't y'all be taking drinks and not paying for them? You know who you are." And looking directly at you.
I would never do that. I'm really here to facilitate the party. And he's going to start with reading off the names on the cups for people who are here.
They are samplers. So basically they are large canisters of each different beverage that then you can separate into. It's basically like if you had a hot chocolate thermos and then you'd pour it out into a few separate things for individuals. So it's like 12 different flavors that like probably like 6 or so people could try of each.
Awesome.
So it's a little variety pack for the day.
He starts pouring flights.
I guess.
What is Rough like on caffeine? I worry.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Balmore just looks over as you're pouring the flights, and like first off, he just sees still the feathers coming off of Ruff, and looks down and is just like, you get one. That's it.
I think I try to find the most potent smelling one, like maybe a very flavorful drink, and bring it over to Mal, and just say, if this helps, there's going to be a lot of different scents pretty soon.
Thank you.
You see Nim going over to the various baked goods. She is hungry, so she is going to just find whatever she wants to eat, and she is going to maybe make small talk, maybe go back to her book. She's unsure yet, so she's just going to stand there awkwardly. Just this tall giant, just munching on a muffin.
Part of me just really wants there to be a birthday cake that is the strawberry with the glowing crystals. just unearth it.
Yeah.
It's just shining.
Totally could be. I did not pick the specific cake, so I'm totally okay with it being
Perfect.
that one.
If with your blessing. I think when I see Nim go over, I go, oh, well, I mean, it feels kind of weird to have a birthday cake without the birthday girl, and I open up and it is the strawberry cake with the glowing crystals on it. Oh, wow.
That is
hell yeah.
Stunning cake. Oh my gosh.
Brilla went all out. She is rather picky on the day she wants to make this. Apparently it's really hard.
Well, that looks like it took a good long time. So, I would only ever have just a tiny bit because I'm, everyone else should have a little taste too.
I mean, I get to have these all the time, so.
As you guys are beginning to enjoy the festivities, a bunch of other people are too. There is 20 to 30 other people in here, which isn't this place packed, but it does make, again, before, having line of sight of everything was a little difficult before. Now that people are moving and interacting and there's a bustle and a hustle going on. There is also, for those of you who enjoy, you can smell fresh meat that is currently being made by an ASMR. You see an ASMR with a lightly glowing skin. I had a thing highlighted that is walking around. Yep, actively cooking meat on almost like a portable hibachi, right in front of them. That is currently while the baked goods and the drinks and all of that stuff is already set up. This is instead of having food sitting and kind of being simmering and ready, this is being cooked right now for people. So you see slabs of bacon, ham, just some thinner meats to quickly get a quick cook going, and then there's a couple that are sitting for more long term on a separate part. And this ASMR, who's fairly androgynous, has blonde hair, is looking around between people and being like, "What? Hot dog, sausage link? You looking for links? Do you want a bacon? Bacon?" And just pointing around at people, yelling meats. Which is probably weird.
Bacon, that's your meats!
At some point, Kellyette has a slice of the strawberry cake that has a piece of bacon sticking
Oh,
into it.
100%.
Yes.
I think at this point, I am looking for a cat because I'm getting very overwhelmed.
You see by the door is Glare, the little in one of the windowsills that is open a little bit, but you see that she's just sitting on the outside. Is this cat that has little starry constellations that move around her, but also has a very heavy brow line that is just a little bit of a glare, a little bit of a
little bit of a grumpy cat. Yeah. I love those.
Just a little bit, just enough where you can see where the name got from.
I think I go to Kellyott and I go, "Can I have some of that bacon? I want to see if Glare will let me pet her today."
Glare's here?
Glare's here!
I was gonna tell you you only have 5 minutes, but we can take more than 5 minutes for Glare. Let's go see her.
Kellyott and I go to pet Glare.
As you guys are running by to go to the thing, the hibachi griller is "Oh, wait," and flips a fresh piece of bacon right at Kellyott for the slacker, and continues moving on.
Nim, do you want to meet Glare?
Hey!
There's a cat. I would love to meet the cat. I could actually probably understand them a little bit. Hi. Them kind of just crouches down as low as they can to approach Glare. Kelly, can I have some of that bacon?
Oh, yeah, here you go.
Nim just kind of offers Glare a little piece of bacon as a peace offering.
Noms it.
You knew that I was going to make you do the cat, Vinny. I'm so sorry.
Glare, is it okay if I pet you?
You see, instead of just a physical confirmation and yes, or a turn over, the head thoughtfully turns to the side for a moment, and the eyes do go a little into a glare, kind of thinking, and just hops off and goes away.
Oh, well.
Oh, okay. I guess maybe next time, but it's okay. And I gave you some bacon, and if anything,
don't feel too bad. Glare very rarely lets anyone pet her. It's always a bit of a luck of the draw kind of thing.
Completely
I swear one time after a party, she let me hold her like a baby for 10 whole minutes.
I don't believe that for a second. You are a liar.
It was true.
You are a
liar.
So
true.
Does Irenaeus see Glare just kind of going on by?
Oh yeah, you watch as Glare just hops off and starts walking.
I just kind of look at them. Just do a nod and then go back to eating my muffin or my my lemon poppy seed muffin.
You watch the tail do the thing where it goes up to a point and then just goes like limp again for a second.
I see you.
All right. As you guys unpack the gifts, a lot of them do just like have Tabitha's name on them, and you guys find some things. You're like, a cutlery kit. That's probably not for us. A bowling ball. Probably also not for us. And as you guys,
Is the bowling ball made of like a geode? I didn't
Yes.
need it. Okay, great.
100%. It's probably also has like a weird magnetization to it, so it doesn't actually bowl correctly, but that's fine. Who cares? As you guys begin like unpacking some of the stuff, and other people are helping too. There's like at least one worker who I forget the name of that probably like works here a decent amount. He's like, all right, I guess we'll actually unpack some of this stuff. And you guys find that the big box, when you undo it, is a big almost a sphinx looking gargoyle, like very not so basically a gargoyle that is, or a statue that is not scary, but it is made with the extension on the bottom to basically put onto a building. But instead of being like fearful or a little creepy, it is just like a majestic looking cat person. Winged cat person. Sphinxes are weird. That envelope was on the table and put aside. If anyone wants to open it, let me know. If not, you guys may continue with your choices for the eve.
Ruff would walk over and open that.
You see in the package that 8 golden passes fall out. They're very thin, and they say Enthronement Palace Courtyard on them, and you realize pretty quickly that these are actual passes to get in to see the enthronement, which are rare. There are 8 of them. In addition to them, there's a note. The note is from me checking a note. Note is from someone named Perry. Ruff, roll me in history check.
Is a 19.
19. You know that this is from a tavern that is not rivals as taverns, but Perry is the keeper of that tavern called The Reverse. That Perry does not get along with Tabitha. These two have a contention of some sort. So there is the passes, and the note is from Perry being like, happy birthday. Obviously, you're the second most important thing today, like usual, but enjoy. Have fun. Oh, posture check and hydrate. Sorry. Just saw a note pop up for it. Forever yours, Perry.
Yeah, like Ruff would kind of look at it and like just shake her head and look over at me, and I'm like, Balmore, and go. Balmore goes, yeah, douchebag. All right, like he grabs the tickets and looks at them and it's like, there's 8, and just kind of looks around the room. Hey, for the people that brought packages, would you mind coming back up to the bar, please?
Yeah, come on up.
Nim makes her way up to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arene has just been sitting at the bar, finishing off her muffin now.
As Mel kind of gets close and gets near Nim, the smell kind of starts to seep in. You see him just kind of raise his hand and produce flame against one of the vents on his mask, and you see a little bit of smoke kind of push through.
Oh.
Yeah,
Nim kind of.
No.
I'm sorry.
It was like Balmore would kind of like look at them and just like count everyone, and take one out. Like, oh, well, one for Tabitha, I guess, and like slides it over on the bar. And as soon as he does that, you see Ruff snatch one with her beak from his hand. And he's like, "Yes, I can count." Okay. And he just kind of looks around and is just like, "Here." He hands out the other 5.
Wait, what are these?
I mean, they came for Tabitha. There's 8 of them, and luckily enough, there's enough of them. So, if not, I guess we can sit it out. But yeah, why not?
Wait, sorry, what is it?
Oh, it's a pass to watch the Enthronement, correct?
Enthronement?
Enthronement?
Enthronement.
Oh.
Enthronement, yeah, I said Enthronement, my bad.
I also did that.
Be
earlier. It's
enthralled
fine.
by the enthronement.
I haven't been here long. What is that? I'm quite unfamiliar.
I think it's a murder.
Aaron
I-
just kind of
No,
pipes up,
it's-
looking at all
What?
No.
You say that, and Ruff like immediately gets this big smile. I think it's a murder. And, like,
This is why you don't say these things around.
Rough. It's not a murder. It's
like-
not a murder. It's just the king and queen saying that, yes, their kid is going to be the next leader of the city or whatever. It's a lot of pomp and circumstance, but there could be a good party afterwards.
Okay. Oh, so it's a celebration. Okay, that's a good thing. Not dark and sad like murder. Got it.
No murder.
Ruff
I promise you there is no murder.
Ruff looks over and goes and says in Malka's voice, "Murder," and then looks back and goes, "No, murder, no
No
murder."
murder.
Rough, no murder.
No murder.
No murder.
Kellyette looks like a little bit not jiving with the thought of going, but if there's a party going, he will absolutely go.
I think I look at Kellyott in this moment. I think if you will allow me, I just want to go. Look, I don't want to go if you're not there. I don't know what I'm going to do there.
I mean, you're gonna eat food that's like super expensive, probably. But yeah, no, we're totally gonna go. We're all totally gonna go, and it's gonna be a great time. It happens once a lifetime, hopefully.
Someone's lifetime.
Mel!
Yeah.
Ruff is gonna walk
And-
over. Oh, sorry. Good.
No. Go.
Oh, Ruff's gonna walk over to. Nope. Perfect time. I got a perfect time for that one.
I also,
Yeah.
for those of you watching, I literally was like, I have to go to the bathroom. He eats myself out.
Yeah. Usually
We're about
about
to wrap.
halfway through we take a bio break.
Yeah, we're
but
about to wrap
it's-
for a bio break in a couple.
You go to Nim, and she's disappeared.
Nim also had to use the restroom. All right. I instead would go up to Malkith and place a hand on Malkith's shoulder with one of the cupcakes that was brought over, or one of the pastries that was brought over, and like hands it to him and goes, "Murder."
Oh no.
Murder. Why are you touching me? No touchy.
As you back away, Balmore looks over and goes and shakes his hand side to side. And he goes, and she just lets go of you and walks away.
Aaron
To self,
is just
Malkits.
watching this whole interaction, just extremely amused.
Note to self, Malkith's love language, not physical touch.
But might be murder.
Might be murder.
Okay.
Is that
quality
the
time?
seventh
What is
love
that?
language. Yeah, quality time. Is it an act of service?
Acts of service.
Okay.
There we go.
You watch one of the other people that have been here is like, okay, but like there was an extra one, right? And there's like a half elf who just like looks over the counter where you threw one on the ground. It's like,
Kellyette takes it, and because he's like, he holds it up and he's like, well, Tabitha left for the day, and she's not coming back because she's on her own vacation. So Do you guys want to fight for it, or do you want to dance for it? You got 2 options. As he's standing on the bar with the thing held over his head.
I look at Balmor and go, maybe Ruff wasn't wrong.
Take, and then look back at Ruff, and Ruff has already like taken, because she was wearing similar to what Tabitha would have wore. She's already like starting to take it off and balling up her fists and like getting ready. And I look over and I go, behave.
I personally want to see a dance.
Kelly will like see like the stancing up motions happening and be like, Ruff, you already have one. Chill out.
What did you say, Nymptheria?
No, I was saying, I personally want to see a dance off. That'd be hysterical.
I can't dance.
None of you get to pick because all of you
Right.
already have some.
I already have a ticket.
People of this bar. Tell
That's
me your
one thing I think
choice.
would be funny.
What's everyone's passive perception?
Let me look at my character sheet.
Passive perception 13.
14.
12.
It's
14.
Is it 10 plus wisdom or plus perception?
Yeah.
That is a 12.
Who?
Nope, that is a
Nice.
what is plus 2? That is a 14.
14. Who got 14? And was there anything higher? Because I heard a couple 14s.
Mine's a 17.
Whoa!
You, kind of fitting, because this happened a little earlier today, kind of, too, when you just randomly started to smell a little bit of burning. That happened also with Malkith, where you, like, for a moment smelt the incense burning. You smell it again. And it takes a moment before you look and you see that the letter that was for Tabitha that Ruff opened. Ruff? Balmor? I forget who opened it.
Ruff.
Ruff opened, is actually a light and burning. Slowly from the edges, all going towards the center.
I don't notice this.
Yeah,
Mal just looks at his hands.
Y'all, this does not seem...
What?
I
supposed to
go
do
over
that?
closer
What
to
does not seem
investigate.
what?
This letter, in burning, shoot. What do I do with it?
As soon as you say that, Balmor turns around and just like slaps it with a drink.
Yeah, that works, I guess.
I feel like because I just turn and see just as Balmor does it because I had no idea what was happening. I'm just like,
Throw it in the fire.
As you pour water on it, you watch as a pyrotechnic spell begins to go off on the piece of paper, and it just starts shooting little fires and flames everywhere.
I immediately go to duck and hide behind the bar counter.
Fireworks? What's going on here? Does anybody know? I'm so confused. Do I notice any strange...
There was
Do I notice Sasha?
Roll me an insight check.
Roll for Sasha.
Roll for...
Roll for Sasha. You said insight? Yep.
Did Balmor read the letter out loud?
Did Balmor?
Or did Balmor read it?
That is an 18.
It's also hard, I think, for Kegos to just read a random letter out loud, unfortunately. 18. You did see that the person who was doing the hibachi thing left with a start. You heard them be like, oh shit, that's the time, and then just like got out like probably like a few seconds ago, like started running out the door. But that's the closest thing that's noticeably like a little off from the crowd. People are starting to be like, the drunk ones are like, oh, and then some other people are like, this is catching fire to things. Like it's not the worst, but not the best.
Balmor.
Balmor?
Okay. Balmor would look around and say, does anyone have a piece of paper or something to write on?
No! From below in the bar.
I do.
You?
Actually, Nymphtera just whips out a sheet of paper and a quill that Balmor can write on.
If the pyrotechnist is setting fire to things, Kellyat will throw the thing outside so it can do it outside.
Cool.
Good to know. Please do that.
As you're doing that, Balmore just starts writing, like, word for word, perfect handwriting, exactly what it was saying on the paper.
What was it? What is it? What does it say?
The note was basically being like, "Hi, I don't like you, but here's a gift for you." I don't have the exact thing written down, but we can definitely say that you write it out to memory because you read it. As you do that, as the little fire begins to take place, you throw it outside. We're gonna go hop off for a break and then come back for like just a few more minutes, and then it's going to be a much shorter second half. But we're going to hop off for a few minutes, guys. Thank you for sticking with us. We'll be right back in a few. Hello, we are back once again. And hopefully my audio is loud enough now, because I can only do so much. Oh, wait. I always forgot that there is actually one more thing I can do.
I can only do so much, except for this one thing that I can also do.
Yeah, because adding gain really isn't a fun option to do. So I'll do a small tweak, and that's it. Hopefully that's enough. Hi, guys. We are back once again for part 2, which will not be as long as part 1 of this first session. But as I think Kellyot is the one who chucked that thing outside. Was it Kellyot?
Yeah.
Kellyot chucking out the small little orb that was still setting off small pyrotechnics inside. And there are a few parts of this place that are getting a little crispy, like one of the taxidermied creatures in here definitely has some smoldering going on it.
Of course she has taxidermied creatures. Why am I not surprised?
Yeah. They're fun.
It's Harvard.
Oh, my.
And as things are being lit, including customers who are like, yes, Nim, you did see the Gristler, as the name says on the back of their jacket, for their little business, leave a little early. But that is all that really saw. Otherwise, everyone's just in like a small panic, or they're just really chill about it at the moment. You guys see a couple places on fire still. Who's knocking those out of the way?
I'll definitely go and put out those fires as best I can.
Actually, do you have control flames? Is that the
no? Just produce.
Produce. Gotcha. Well, at least you are in the right area to be like to take it out. That much problem.
Resistant to fire, so
yeah. Small Benny.
I pop up from behind the bar. Are we good?
I don't know if Druidcraft would help, but I have that as a cantrip, and I can probably just sprinkle some water here and there on them.
I'll allow some small drops. I don't think it helps a lot, but it can stop the smoldering on some like taxidermy things where you're like, let's just make that not burning. All right.
Ruff would grab that ticket that Kellyot had and walk over and like look around to see if anybody's looking at Ruff and put it up to a fire.
Ticket number 8.
Yes.
There is
Fire.
Do I see Ruff doing this?
Is Ruff trying to be stealthy about it, or just all right?
Yes.
Then roll me a stealth check.
Oh, God.
Nat 20.
And
So
None of us see!
that's a 28. That's a 28.
then really no one, even normal regulars here, aren't really paying attention in the moment. So yeah, unless Balmore, who would kind of just instinctually know what's going on a little bit, wants to stop it, no one else really is going to notice in this moment. Everyone can roll perception if they think they're on the lookout for it. And if someone gets a nat 20, we can have a talk, but
No, not even close.
Got a 6 plus
maybe if we add everyone's roll together.
4. I got a
Wait,
10.
did you say perception?
Yeah.
Okay, that was a 14 that I rolled plus 3, so that's 17.
Not bad, but yeah, no. This roll is dirty. So it's yeah. Ruff lights it on fire if Ruff chooses.
Yeah, she like lights it on fire and she's like staring at it, and you just see like at the tip of her beak, it's like kind of like an O kind of, but it's like lifted, and she's just staring at it the whole time, and then ducks down behind the bar.
I'm behind
There
the bar.
are now 7 tickets.
I see Ruff duck down and I go, Ruff, what did you just do?
And Ruff, like not even afraid, just looks at you and goes murder and holds up the ticket.
Balmor!
Balmor's like, I already know. There's nothing we can do about that now. And he like snatches up the other 7 and is just like, she's gonna try to make sure that no one can go. And just like walks outside to see the fireworks.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, Aranea would have like leaned over the bar where she's sitting at from her seat to like look at Balin and Ruff just sitting behind the bar. Murder is bad.
I agree.
Like
get up from behind the
specifically
bar.
to Ruff is just like locking eyes with Ruff.
And just like you just hear from behind the bar, like her like looking up at you, like, yeah, I already know. In Balmor's voice.
Aranea just shakes her head.
I'm going to walk around the bar to Aranea and look around and go, are we good? Is there anything else that needs to be put out? I feel like Mal, I see you just grabbing it with your hand. Like, okay.
I think we're okay. I think we got everything under control. Thanks, Mal. Taking the bulk of it. I guess we're going to the enthronement.
I mean, it is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, I guess.
I might see it again, but that depends on if I live long enough to see another one, and who knows if I'll be here, but it'd still be cool.
I look at the rest of the group just like, so are we going? And I hear the fireworks outside. Is that okay?
Kelia and Balmor are outside watching the fireworks.
Let's go. I'm going to walk out.
I think, Phelan, I think those are okay fireworks. I think because those are not indoor fireworks, I think it's because they're outdoor that it's okay.
Yeah, I feel like all fireworks should be outdoor fireworks.
I'm glad you said it.
Yes.
This is true. Very true.
I walk out and stand next to Balmor and Calliot, and I go, I think we're all going to this thing, yeah?
Balmor looks down, like kind of fans them all out, and he's like, yeah, only us. Thank you, Ruff, and just starts handing them out to people as they walk out.
You've got a
Ruff
golden
truly
ticket.
Ruff truly said no NPC accompaniment allowed.
Ruff did not
That's
want to
fine.
have to socialize with NPCs.
Ruff doesn't want someone to go to a murder.
Just really hoping that one of y'all saw it. I didn't know I was gonna roll nat 20. I was hoping one of you guys was gonna see it and be like,
I
"No,
almost saw it.
no, Ruff, don't do it."
No, you rolled a nat 20, my dude.
So you wanted someone to see it. Ruff did not.
Yeah,
No,
Ruff
not even
made the
close.
choice for you.
Sometimes is the problem with that dichotomy. Anyways, do you guys want to do that now, or is there anything else your group would like to do beforehand? It is easy to see that the parade of people is moving towards the palace area in the Heartloom, the center ward or borough, not bureau, borough, and. You can see that they are making their way down, so eventually, like, it's going to be a starting thing, but you guys could do something else if you so wish. So there is some time. If
I
not,
think I'm okay.
it's totally okay. You guys can just be okay with being like, no, let's move it forward.
Let's
That's fine.
follow the plot, please.
No.
I'm here for the plot.
Kelia leans into the bar and is like, picks like one random person and is like, hey, you're in charge. Make sure this place is still standing by the time I get back.
I'm not a good choice.
Ruff leans in
Then
and
pick a
goes,
better choice.
"Murder, murder, murder."
Murder! Half the people in there just cheer.
Why is everyone so excited about that?
He's like close. I think Ruff just like
Said it with
closes the door and walks away.
enthusiasm.
How many people are in the bar right now?
Probably like down to 20 now.
Okay. And is there no one to watch this bar if we leave?
There was a Parakenku. And technically they do have an actual person there. I can't find the name for the life of me, so I'm not worrying about it right now. But you guys can leave safely, and the bar will be
Okay.
fine. Well, as
We
fine
would
as
like
it
to not have the
is
bar
with
burned
things,
down in our
but-
absence, if that's
Yeah.
cool, Vinny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Balmore was going to go in and talk to that person because I remember you mentioned them earlier. And I was like, I just
Yeah, no. You guys can leave without any hassle. It's totally fine.
You don't want Kellyanne to assign it to a random drunk person?
Well, Tabitha also has 3 big pet animals. I'm pretty sure a griffin, a bulliet, and something else. So technically those are also in there doing things. So, but we're not going to
What?
talk about that right now.
I'm sorry, hang on, wait, you back up.
Nope.
What?
No, you're continuing on to the Heartloom, to the palace.
You
Because
chose
that's
the
what
plot
you guys said.
before
You guys
you.
already hit the fast travel button. You can't go back.
Hang on, reset, go back to my save point.
No.
We agreed to the menu. We're like, no returning beyond this point.
Also, eventually, when you guys decide to go back, you guys can interact with those things. And my brain will not be having dealt with the last 24 hours. Anyways, life. As you guys continue on, the crowd gathers up, and in addition to like normal plant life, and by normal I mean pretty unique as a whole in general, there are also trees that end in more almost like giant fruit, but they're actually both edible and bioluminescent. So they're all like small little lights. You see that they transfer from being blue and green in a lot of areas to gold when you get to the center. Everything in the center, every area has kind of like a color scheme that not everything sticks to, but it's a good majority. You start walking towards the golden center, basically. You see that these orbs trees that you can just pick one off and either eat it or use it as a light.
Nim's gonna take quite a few and stuff them in their basket.
Go ahead. You can grab it. It's a harder taste than most if you do decide to eat one, but it still tastes good. I guess it's a matter of opinion, but generally that's what I'll say. As you make it forward, you do see again, like it's a nice golden halo of light around it. And you see plenty of them turn into like these golden globules, fruit as well. And the buildings also have this shimmer of more yellow, but also a little bit of gold. As you guys begin going through the bridges to get your way over there, which takes a bit, it's walkable. You guys in the Grace Tides aren't really that far. If people are from the lower districts, it takes a while to get their butts all the way up there. As you guys start going by part of the parade that is still moving, you notice that some of the Fauna Forged, as they are walking forward, get randomly pelted from one of the houses nearby, and you hear a couple people jeer towards the actual mechanical creatures themselves. You see just like some fruits, some of the like glowing fruits that you just picked them, get tossed straight at them onto the bodies. And you see one person, similar in size and shape because they are a Cetici, they are a whale person, Malkith. You see a very large individual just standing up there, taking like a really big rock and doing the same thing and tossing it at the mechanical beasts. It is a weird level of like off-putting in that moment to watch that happen, but there seems to be a group of people at the very least that are not a fan of these creatures in this moment. And you watch like a couple of like guards who are like near these creatures, part of the celebration, just kind of just shrug it off and keep going because like it's not a big enough nuisance for them to stop with. But people in the parade and a lot of the people watching are not enjoying that. But
can I pick a fruit and you said it was a big person, like a whale person?
A whale person. These are one of the few creatures that can have a large category size as a humanoid. So it's very, very
all right. Yeah. Kelly will pick up a rock and he'll chuck it back at him.
She will.
all right. Roll me honestly, just roll me a monk weapon attack. So Dex plus proficiency.
So that is a 13 plus 4 is 17 plus 2 is 19.
Nice.
Solid. Yeah, you're able to hit, and unlike it being, are you trying to make it distracting or noticeable, or just trying to, is it just a random toss, or are you trying to make a point?
Trying to make a point. He doesn't care if he's seen. He's just like, listen, you can feel how you want to feel about this situation, but you're going to be nice to the animal.
As you're doing,
but he's not going to say that. He's just going to throw it and just.
As you do that, you watch the Cetici, you watch this whale person. They're getting ready to speak, and as they're about to speak, they lift their chin up to talk, and you hit them right in the Adam's apple. And they just rub it for a moment and stare at you.
I walk up next to Irenea, and I say, "You've been here your whole life. Why are they so upset? Do you know?"
Would Irenea know why they're upset?
Yeah, I will say with like the living here, you'll have a little bit of knowledge about this. There is a group of blood hunters in this city that are called the Order of the Forge Breakers, and they specifically don't enjoy megafauna forge creatures. They think that they are while not maleficent in nature, a malignant existence in the Underdark. They feel like they are not an invasive species. That's a weird way to put it, but they are something that could be a threat, and people use them as playthings or accessories and not take them as seriously of a problem as they could be. And that the group is mainly being like, hey, we get it. They're very severe about it. They're like, we get it. You enjoy them, but maybe you should lock them up at night like a dog in a pen or a dog in a cage, and like put it somewhere safe so it doesn't hurt people. Like they're very severe about that in nature.
So, all right, yeah, I don't feel bad about
this too.
I don't feel bad about throat punching weird mechanical PETA. I don't care.
Weird mechanical PETA. All right, here we go.
Weird mechanical PETA.
In fact, when I make eye contact with him, I'm like, I make a face, and I'm just like,
I was just following behind Kellyot. Like, I would be right behind Kellyot, just like thaumaturgy, just making my eyes glow really bright, like in a red. Like, just behind, like, to enforce that they did not need to do that. But to Phelan, Aranea would kind of shuffle her shoulders a bit. Friend, just, there are some paranoid fauna haters. They're not exactly bad, but they're not great. They're just kind of a bunch of idiots.
Hey. I guess I don't really understand why they would find an issue with them. They seem perfectly peaceful.
I was wondering the same thing.
Well, people have a tendency to fear what they cannot control.
I know that feeling all too well.
Well, I think they're neat.
I also think they're neat. And Nim's gonna walk up to the one that is currently being beaten, and I'm wondering, do I have the ability to speak with this animal?
Roll me a nature check.
Nature check, you got it. Intelligence. Womp womp. It's okay. It's that's an 11, so I think I'm a little bit intimidated, but I'm gonna give it my best.
The rat fauna forged are called rodents, Roadents, because Zoids made my brain do weird things. This thing is taller. This thing on its four legs is a little taller than you. Its body is big enough for someone to ride on top, which right now there is someone who's just like riding and waving. A couple people are cleaning off the thing, like whatever the fruit like smudged on it, they're cleaning it off. But you see, what are they called? Not fur, but like almost quill like fur in a way, I guess, of metal that is its entire body. And as you like approach it, what are you saying to it? Or doing?
I'm sorry that I'm just trying to provide comfort in any way that I can. And I go up to it, I go, I'm sorry that they're throwing these fruits at you, but that must be terrible. How do you put up with it?
You feel it's a very large creature. It's kind of like being close to a rhino or an elephant, where it's like you just have this big thing that is a force of nature unto itself. And from what you can tell, this is a small thing compared to some of the larger ones. And as it moves along, it carries a weight as it moves, and you can hear like hydraulic and metallic shifting as it moves. And there's a moment where there's like a little whir, almost like a revving of an engine a little bit, and it reminds you almost of a purr. And as it does, you watch the rat kind of like raise its head and neck a little bit, like just proudly stretching a bit, and the person up top like slides a little down and then wraps around the front of the snout and just like scritches underneath its face for a moment. And while there's not like a direct translation, or it doesn't seem to want to talk to you back, it shows that it has a pride in this person that it picked. And that's how it goes.
So that's your person up there. Okay. Nim kind of stares up as far as they can and kind of, gives as big as a shout as they can. Hello up there. Hi.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Good. I wasn't sure if you were aware that these folk were hurting your lovely creature that you are so proud to be on. So I didn't know if you were aware of that. They don't seem to really care either. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of these guys.
It's hard to hurt them. I mean, there's obviously it hurts in other ways. But it's hard to hurt them, and you see like trying to scritch it again, and you hear like the little hum and whir. But yeah, we notice. But we're trying to. We'll worry about it later tonight. Right now, it's a good day. It's a celebration. So we're gonna clean it off, and we're gonna just keep enjoying the day. And if we need to go to the garage and get it fixed up, we'll do that. But I think we'll be fine though.
Where is the garage, might I ask?
Vinny, need to double check a thing.
Check my map.
I made a brand new city, guys. A lot of things and a lot of locations.
I also love the idea that our 7-foot tall friend is this.
Oh yeah. Just hello.
Let's see. You're supposed to highlight things. Come on.
Kind of useful information for us, you guys. You never know. We might need it.
We might need to know.
You got it.
My goal is for all of us to ride one of these. That is my hope.
Absolutely.
That is my dream.
That's partially why I'm asking.
Hey.
Okay.
It's morphin' time.
Things I have it.
Morphin' time.
Take the form of.
You get the name of it, which is called Emblem Garage. Insert location later. I have a map. I don't think I sent that over. But I have a map that has the location of where everything is on it that you'll get, and just be like, oh yeah, it's over that way. It's the one of the two in the city. Like, not a lot of people know how to work on them, but they know how to work on them really good there.
In the city. Okay. That is very valuable information. Thank you so much for that. It's greatly appreciated. What is your companion's name? Do you call them anything?
Cha-cha?
Cha-cha. I kind of and then I ask the person up there, may I pet Cha-cha?
That's more up to them. You watch the head go like away from you for a second to like whisper in the ear. And you hear a whir that's again similar to the purr before. It's not as lively in the moment, but it's calm. So, and you watch this person come back who says, "I'm Fargo, by the way." Yeah, they don't have a problem.
Okay, Cha-Cha, if you don't mind, I'd like to just very gently, and Nim just very, very gently kind of puts out her hand in front of Cha-Cha and hopes that Cha-Cha will bend down and meet Nim in the middle.
Oh, like you want to like touch the head itself?
Yeah.
Sure. As
Gonna How to Train Your Dragon it.
We can totally hear not test drive. I forget what the song is for the other moment. But as you go up and like offer a hand, you see that there are a pair of mechanical eyes, and they do you weren't there for when the lenses related to the Lumi traces, but there are like collapsing lenses that open and shut as irises that show a glow underneath. It's these ones seem to be blue, and they kind of just like gaze at you for a moment. These like crystalline, like bioluminescent eyes, and they don't close in the moment, but they do kind of like open up just wider to just like take you in, and you feel like these little antenna whiskers like come forward and just like wriggle, and you are able to like pet its snout. It feels very mechanical, so it's a little different than normal creatures that you're probably interacting with.
I'm still just so fascinated by this. So, of course, I'm just soaking every moment in with Cha-Cha. And then, at the end, I just go, thank you. Thank you for letting me connect with you.
You hear like almost like a little yelp, but the yelp, not like a hurt yelp, but just like almost like a friendly little like chittering noise. That sounds like a sputtering for a moment. And then it just keeps walking forward to stay in step with the rest of the parade as you guys approach the Heartloom.
Must protect the sweet bean at all costs.
Truly.
As you guys begin getting in there, there are no gates or anything. The city is pretty open. Like you could just go to the palace, like out into the palace courtyard whenever you want. There's not like a restriction in any of that sense. And from what you can tell with the buildings, a lot of them seem to be just like open air buildings as well. Not specifically like Roman or Greek or anything like that, but it's very much like there are pillars, there are overhangs to protect from weather, but for the most part, you can walk in and have conversations, and then like maybe there are lower rooms and areas for like books and stuff that shouldn't just be out in the open, but you can just walk in and speak to people, go around and explore things. It just seems like for this occasion though, that like, they make a little bit of security work of it just to make sure. But you guys, as you get over one of the last bridges to get into the Heartloom area, a guard just randomly just like, and they seem very nonplussed about it. Like they're very much like, "Oh, you got the tickets. Awesome. Those are gold. So you can go like as close to the front as you want. So can everybody else. But like, show the gold tickets. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Enjoy your day. Happy Enthronement."
These might be VIP, kind of, sort of. I don't know.
Maybe.
They sure look cool.
I guess we're going.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Balmore and Ruff are going to try to sneak as close to the front as we can get.
That's super fair and unsurprising. I'm already starting to get the vibes, which is great. Yeah, you're able to like, unless there's any reason anyone is trying not to, most of you can squeeze through towards the front. You guys specifically are little rogues. If you are trying to get like farther, are you trying to get so far in front that there's nobody around you, or do you just want to be like front line as part of this?
We would like to be somewhere where we're not in a crowd, but also front. Like, so if we can get ahead of the crowd, but still be kind of like not next to the prince or something like that, but like, somewhere in between.
Yeah, there seems to be a space near the center. There are like taller steps to get up to the one of the few buildings that is over 2 stories tall is this palace area, with steps that go up. There's also steps that go in through different levels as well. But there is very much like you can see a throne that is outside at the top of these steps, with some people around there. So you can assume that's where it is. So there's like 50 steps depending on if you want to go up those, but everyone's giving these steps themselves probably about a 30-foot breadth. So you can go be at the 30-foot line. You could be anywhere closer, or you could try going up the steps.
I would like to go up the steps.
Okay. Do it up.
Guess we're following.
That's up to you guys.
No.
No.
I think I might actually follow. I'm curious to see where they're going.
So the steps goes up to like
To where you assume
like
the
a dais?
ceremony is about to happen, yeah.
If Kellyanne sees that, like part of him is like, oh, this could be really funny. But also I walked in with them.
You should
We
stop
should
me.
probably make sure. I was gonna say we should probably make sure they're not gonna cause anything.
Cause anything.
I don't know. Hey,
We're gonna cause everything for everything.
Murder.
Is there another entrance
no order.
or I guess exit besides where we came in from?
Yeah, I mean there's openings all over the place. The whole surrounding area of the buildings themselves, which are encircled kind of like a G or a C, or I guess a semicircle is a better way to put that. But like, 3/4 of it is encircled buildings where there is an opening. But between those buildings, there are plenty of alleyways. And then after the alleyways is a ring of these golden trees, and then the bridges to get off. So you really can just come and go almost from any direction.
Okay. I just want to keep like a mental note of like where we are and kind of like if at any point we need to leave.
That is super fair.
Kellyanne will call after Ruff and Balmore, be like, you're gonna get kicked out.
Ruff is gonna look back at you and gonna go, and Balmore's gonna go, I should behave. She said she'll behave. Be fine. Like herself behave. And like just gonna walk up the steps.
I think when you say, you're going to get kicked out, I feel like it's very much the trying to sneak after and then go back down the stairs. And it's like,
You
okay.
got caught.
Yeah. And I'm not as daring as Balmore and Ruff in this instance. I go back and kind of stand next to Kellyanne looking a little chastised.
Sounds like specifically Ruff.
Specifically Ruff, truly.
It's either Balmore goes with Ruff or Ruff goes and no one sees Ruff do it, and then now we're having to look for Ruff. So,
Yeah, like when Ruff burned a ticket.
I can at least grab her and drag her with me. Or attempt
Nim can clearly see that this is going on, and Nim does not like this one bit. So she's going to go up to them and go, if you guys are going to do this by yourselves, at least let me come with you just in case you need me to get you out of trouble.
Balmore's just going to be like, okay, they'll come with us, I guess. And Ruff is going to pat you on the shoulder, go with us, and just keep walking.
Okay. Okay, with us. All right. Well, I guess we're going.
Nim. I appreciate
but we're not going to go far. We're not going to go far. Balmore, please. Like, can we not go all the way up? Because I feel like that would not be good. Maybe if we stay like halfway.
Yeah, Balmore will agree with you.
Ruff, on the other hand.
I'm trying so hard to stay in character and not just be like, no, but I've already said it, so it's too late.
Yeah,
Here we go. Day one. So now Balmore's gonna get
side of the roof takes it. No.
All of a sudden, Ruff is on the throne.
Oh no!
crosses legs, feathers out. Murder.
Thanks for having
Wow,
us.
they really sped run this entire season.
Everyone gets arrested.
Yeah, Balmore's gonna grab a feather from Ruff and go, "You're gonna lose all of these if you get us in trouble." And Ruff is gonna look and go, "Lose," and then keep walking up the steps.
Okay.
At this point, Nim knows what she has to do. Doesn't know how well Ruff might take this, but Nim goes up to Ruff and goes, "Shoulder? Piggy back. You, me, go back down. We stay down there, you're on my shoulder. You can see very tall."
Ruff is gonna look at you and go, and like try to, and you're gonna see Balmore go, "Throne," and then you're gonna hear Ruff go, "Throne,"
Failing.
and then
No.
look at you and give
No.
like eyes,
No.
like look
No.
like I want to see, and Balmore's gonna go, "She wants to get close enough to where she can see the throne. She doesn't want to get like on it or be in the way. She doesn't like to be in the back."
But Ruff, you can see on my shoulder. If you get on my shoulders, you can see very well the throne, right? Right? Someone back me up here.
Yeah, I mean, we're in the front row.
Yeah, we're in the
See?
front row.
Literally
Ruff,
VIP.
you'll be very tall.
Very tall, like, yeah.
You see Ruff as soon as everyone agrees, including Balmore agrees, she just gives a smile to Balmore. And Balmore looks at her and goes, "This is why we were kicked out." And you're just gonna see her get really, really sad and punch the ground and sprint up the stairs.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Oh,
no.
baby.
As that's going on,
Uh-oh.
what I want to check in just because we had a couple characters that have been quiet for a few months. I want to check on Malkath and Arnea. Are you guys up to anything in particular? Just because I know what Kellyette, Phelan, and Nim were all thinking when it came to this. So
I'm just watching this insanity at this point.
hella,
Just trying to not be touched by people.
that's right.
Like, Aranea wants to like intercede and just be like, "No, Ruff, don't do this."
Is it the Willy Wonka? No, don't.
Wait,
No, wait, stop, please. No.
The perfect.
Please,
energy
no,
level.
don't do this.
I think at this point, Aranea would just go follow after Ruff, like just to go check on them.
Ralph, as you start getting higher and higher, unless anyone's trying a thing, but for now, as you are getting higher and higher up there, you're definitely feeling a separation from people. Not like mentally in that area, but maybe that too. But there's just a lot of space once you start getting higher up, because this is probably one of the highest points in the city that's not part of the frontmost part where the harbor is. As you begin getting higher and higher up, you see that there's maybe 10, 12 people up here. An older gentleman, an older woman, one who's a drow, the woman, dressed in all gold outfit, a man who also looks to be done up in finery, also in similar gold, and you see probably like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, small kid with like golden hair, golden irises, but like the white pale skin of a changeling, also wearing mainly a white outfit, but has a like trim of gold in a bunch of places. There's a couple people who look more like advisors. I don't know necessarily if Ruff would know these specific details, but I'm going to just give them so people understand the surroundings. A couple of people that look like advisors, so maybe like a major domo or an advisor on like occasions. And then maybe 2-3 guards, people with weapons at their sides that are ready. You see someone with a bow who has been farthest away from the group and has been watching the approach of Ruff for the last like however long, and hasn't really been doing anything about it, but just tapping a finger on their wrists, just like waiting. Someone with a sword and shield that seems to be staying very close to what you can assume is the royal family, and then not far away, just like sitting on the steps at the very top, just like scratching themselves with a couple big weapons behind them on their back. Just kind of like looks and sees you approaching with a curious expression, but doesn't stop it either. The only person who seems to pay any mind to Ruff approaching is the advisor currently talking to the king and queen for a moment, where they kind of just look over, give a squint, and then go back to the conversation. And then the little kid who like turns and sees Ruff approaching and gets very excited and starts going down the steps a little bit, like 2 or 3 steps, and be like, "Hi."
As soon as the kid gets there, you're gonna hear Balmore yell, "Kneel!" And Ruff is going to look back and go, "This is why we got kicked out," and turned around and reach out to shake the kid's hand.
"How do you do? I am Thom."
"I am Thom," and just give a
That's
nod.
my name.
Name, and looks back, and you just hear Balmore, "Ruff," like, in Thom's voice, "Name," and then in Balmore's name or voice, "Ruff."
Maybe eventually it'll get easier.
I will stutter all the way through this.
You did this to yourself.
I'll do
You
my
got
best.
it.
It was great. As that's happening and that interaction is starting, what are other people doing? Well, I thought Arne was going up as well, and I don't know if Nim was still in pursuit.
I was following right behind, and I look at Arne and I go, what, how should, what are we doing?
Apparently chasing Ruff. Oh, she's just like rubbing her forehead, like trying to now like expeditiously get after Ruff, knowing the direction that she's probably heading.
Balmore kind of looks to the group and goes, "Hey, don't try to stop her. You don't have to like what she's doing, but the more that you try to stop her, the more she wants to push her own way. So we can coax her out of doing dumb things by just kind of letting her know it's probably not the safest to do, and like we don't have that much of a problem with it."
Okay.
If that's
All
the
right.
case, I'm standing back with Mal and Kellyot, and I just kind of look and go, well, and I just kind of put my hand on the quiver that's always on my back and just say, well, I just want to make sure no one gets hurt.
Yeah, Balmore hearing that looks over and goes, "No one else gets hurt?"
I don't want Ruff to get hurt. And I'm
Understood.
worried that when she's up there, I mean, I know I'm not great with these things, but I mean, at least it seems that's the prince. Is that who that is?
Yeah.
That tiny. Oh, I'm right here.
No, you're here. You're close enough.
Yeah. No, yeah, I
Yeah,
was thinking that most
that's
people
him.
were at least close enough to hear.
Yeah.
That's up to you guys. We can say
I think so,
that
yeah.
you guys are capable people. You have to start moving up, because like if Ruff is up here,
Yeah.
and then we got everyone else following, and then you guys are down here, eventually this group will have to move up.
Yeah, I'm more talking to Balmore. I know that at this point I can't really reach Aranea, Nim, or Ruff, especially. But I think I just look at Balmore and I say, well, you, of course, know her better than anyone. I trust you. I'm just really hoping she doesn't get arrested.
Balmore, who's been very kind to you this whole time, kind of looks at you and tilts his head and puts his hand on his crossbow. I protect my sibling. I will always protect my sibling. And takes a couple steps back up the stairs.
Mal's just gonna see that happen, just look towards Kellyot and be like, murder.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It always ends that way.
Kelia is very specifically not making a move up those stairs at all.
Neither is Phelan. Phelan is staying at the bottom of the stairs.
Smart.
And he's like, when he's talking, like, being like, oh yeah, that's the prince, he's only talking to, like, Phelan. He's not shouting up the stairs.
Right.
He is very clearly trying to draw as little attention to himself as possible in this scenario. And we'll just sit and see what happens. If Balmore says that they just gotta let it play out, we're just gonna let it play out.
Those of you who are closer and can hear it, you watch as Thom, the little princess, just says, "Hi, Ruff. Nice to meet you. What are you doing up here? I mean, it's cool that you are. I was just wondering. Everyone else is down there. Well, except those people. Hi." Waves the RNA.
Hi.
RNA just very weakly waving.
Just protect your friend. Hi.
Yeah, Ruff's just gonna give a nod again and look back, and Balmore kind of like gets up there eventually, and it's just like Ruff would like to, like, they don't need to be apart. They just want to be closer, I guess, like somewhere up here. If then he kind of looks around and notices all of the bigger, more weaponed, more skilled people around, and is just like, is there a way we could stand up here?
Let me ask. I will say, in theory, you had a 17 for passive perception, right?
Yes.
I will say the only movement that you notice that is a little out of the ordinary, and by out of the ordinary, I mean probably correct for what's happening with the royal. The archer, the sharpshooter, who is over farther away, gets like bent down onto a knee a little bit, and is just watching this interaction a lot more closely now that there's a bunch of people around the princess. Is just keeping heavier eyes on that. No one else is paying any mind to this entire situation at the moment. So you guys watch, who are up there, watch as Thom just turns around and is like, Mom, Dad, can my new friend come hang out up here for Alexandria's enthronement? And you watch as the queen like looks down and then looks over and is like, new friends, huh? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we have some space over there. It might be a worse site. It's not going to be in front. That's up to them. If you guys wish to be up here, just over there, please stay out of the way of our royal archer.
Nim sees the royal archer and kind of shoots Balmore a glare and like kind of like we have to be a little bit careful here.
We do see the royal. We notice the royal
no
archer
one's
too, right?
hiding, and you can't really hide on the top of this thing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Balmore would just nod. Oh, sorry. Good.
Yeah, the person just looks very like of the rest who have relaxed, this person is just wound up a little bit, and that's just because watching Princess and making sure Princess is okay.
Yeah, Ruff and Balmore like simultaneously look over at the archer and just go. And then, like proceed to walk over to the area that they said it was okay.
Okay. Do you want to hang out after the whole thing?
Ruff, look, yes, that would be great. I think that would be really fun, especially for you and Ruff to be friends.
Okay, that sounds great. And you watch as Thom just runs back to her dad and is like, "Dad, I just made a new friend," and just very excitedly talking to him about it. And he seems very interested and happy, but like he's obviously being talked to in his ear by the assistant at the same time. Be like, we can have them for dinner. They can. It sounds great. It's just it's a lot going on. You guys down below hear a big groan. From who stayed down? Phelan and Malekith and Kaliat. Of the three of you, you guys all notice an individual that you met earlier today, Kaliat. You met a changeling with golden hair who is delivering packages, who is still in the same outfit, but just like groans and annoys. It's like, really want to go up there, fuck it, and just like starts
You
walking
good, dude?
up. Say again.
He sees them like all like, oh, I don't want to do this. He's like, are you good, dude?
Doesn't seem to have any packages anymore, and the hair seemed to have gotten done up like a little bit, like they tried to do it themselves and it came out whatever, and has now switched into a pure white outfit with gold trim on it.
Hello?
And it looks over and says, "Hey, slacker," and just like sighs and starts going up the steps.
Phelan and Malekith to see Kaliat like jaw dropped, totally gagged. He's just like, that person gave me a package today.
Oh.
And I don't think that they were a package person. I'm putting this together now, I think, maybe.
As this person continues to come up the steps, Nymptheria and Aranea, you guys see that this individual has very similar facial structure and body structure of the Genasi, who was not the Genasi. The Genasi, the human that was outside doing smudging on the wall and selling basilisk oil, poison, and the Lumi Tracer person from the shop. Same facial features, same body style, just different skin tones. But the gold flecks, the golden hair and the gold flecks in the eyes start making some of this process fit together. And as like they walk up and walk by, just kind of like give a nod at you guys on top of the staircase.
Do I recognize who this is, or do I have an inkling of like, something doesn't feel right?
Well, their blonde hair from before is a little more golden now, but they look identical in many ways, like facial structure and stuff like that. So,
Nim is gonna be bold and go, "Hi, I think I know you."
yeah, you ran me out earlier. Like, what? You didn't want me selling in front of the fungal place?
Right, and so I'm just curious as to what you're doing here now.
Going to get enthroned.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Gonna go get enthroned.
You?
Yeah.
You getting enthroned?
Yeah.
So upon hearing this, Aranea just kind of looks at Nim, looks at the person who she thought took the Lumi Trace, and just is like slowly putting two and two together. Friend, did you take my picture earlier at the cafe?
I did a Lumi Trace of you.
you looked a little bit different, though.
There's a quick shift as they change their form. The golden hair still stays. It seems to be probably the one thing that can't really change with the combination of being a drow and a changeling. There's some features that don't quite shift, but the skin tone shifts and to like a more like earthen genasi form, which like doesn't have like the exact same feel, but enough to fool people for a few moments, and like they just. And then they shift into like a full drow with like the golden hair and golden irises, and then shrug again, and then they just walk up the rest of the way.
Oh my god.
You guys also seem to enjoy my meat earlier. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. I know that was weird. Oh, you're not paying attention. Great.
The whole time.
So
Niv was just kind of staring, just like.
before they make it up the stairs, like all the way, wait, so why were you pretending to be someone else?
I wasn't. That was Vinny has to go look back at all these real quick. Thank God. Quick keys. No, that I'm Alexandria. Alex is the Lumi Tracer. Sasha is the Basilisk salesperson. Gold is my courier form, and then Irrigard is we don't have to get into all of them, but like, I like doing things. Not this.
Did I recognize that at all as well as the Genasi who was like cheering me on?
You probably noticed the facial structures as they passed by too. Sorry, yeah. There's 6 of them, so I'm trying to remember all of the things.
No, absolutely. I think I look at Mal and I look at Kellyot and I just go, I saw them in my shop. Is that the princess?
I think we just got bamboozled.
We sure did. Your Highness, I deeply apologize for my earlier actions. If I had known, Why? Why go out of your way to, I guess, blend in with regular people?
Blend in with, well, one, I can do this. Why would I not? For one. And 2, regular people. It's just people. We're all regular people. That's way more fun.
I so badly want to yell something stupid at them. I really do.
Aranea takes a moment and realizes that Nim is like apologizing and looks over to Nim. Friend, why are you apologizing?
Nim just kind of like,
I got kicked out of the shop. They probably feel bad.
I mean, did you deserve it? Looking over at looking over.
I mean, she was smudging the greenhouse, but I thought she was just a regular person doing, I don't know what to call it, but unsavory activities.
Wait. So you went to my friend's shop and smudged the windows and looking at Nim.
And cleaned them up.
But you made the mess in the first place.
So I did the before and the after. I'm losing. I don't know what's going on here. I
think you owe my friend an apology.
Why?
How is the cupcake?
Aranea just looks over.
One sec. It was really good. What you hear the voice drop for that moment.
Nim is just so confused. Like, what is happening?
I look at Mal. I'm like, did you meet her in some way?
I don't think so.
You were supposed to. I had some.
Oh no!
I don't know if it got dropped or not. Sorry. I think it was the meat person.
Can I lean over and be like, the meat person is the one. The meat person from the tavern is also them.
Also was in my bakery this morning and cheering me on, and apparently, I don't know, I can't hear anything they're saying, so I don't know what their deal is.
This all feels really interconnected to all of you, and I just I don't know. I don't know this person.
Nope, there was supposed to be one for each of you. I don't know where I messed up. I'm sorry.
We can retcon. We can just say you met someone. Like,
Yep.
you suddenly
it's
have
fine.
a memory.
Oh, royalty, I see.
That's going through
Lexi.
my head.
There was one named Lexi who was an augurer that you were supposed to meet, who was supposed to do like fortune telling. There was a lot. I'm sorry.
Doing brain things, it's okay.
The only audio I'm thinking of right now is the whole time.
The whole time.
The whole time.
Trends
Anyway.
back to Aranea. All right. Do we like? How about this? You guys can come to dinner.
That's not really necessary. I didn't know who you were, so
Well, you guys-
that's why I.
At this point, Aranea just like kind of like puts her hand to Nim's arm. No, that is appropriate.
Okay. Yeah. It also seems like you guys are friends with my sister's new friend. So like, I mean.
Yes. Yep.
Are you guys coming up here to stand and watch? I mean, honestly, I don't know that there's a good view in the house of this because it's gonna be annoying. So, like, that's up to you. But
You really don't want this, do you?
as whatever. I just would rather not be in there. And points to like the palace. That's way more
I
fun.
mean, can you not just say no?
No, someone's got to inherit the power.
But that must be tough having to be trapped in one place like that for.
I mean, yes, like, boy, if we talked about this at any point, except like right here at the ceremony that's about to happen. on the
Oh my
steps,
goodness! I'm. Yeah. No, that's.
Remembering
Sorry.
time and place.
Time and place. What is that? I have
The
no
whole
idea.
crowd just like, what the
Guys,
hell?
it's great that you're really interested in my lore, and that you're very supportive. Especially because I haven't known you guys long, and you keep demanding me to do an apology, which like I get, but like I hope dinner works. But I'm probably
Forget about
doing
it.
this
Forget about it.
because like it's I'm sitting on that chair. It's like literally 20 feet away from me. But do you guys want to come watch? Do you guys want to eat afterwards? Am I still allowed at y'all's places?
If we're starting over, I guess I kind of glance over at Arne and I'm like, ah.
It seems, I guess you'll make it up to us for dinner.
Sure.
I am desperately trying to read lips and cannot because
I know.
There's
heads
a
are to
feat
the
for
back
that.
of us. I don't have
Kellyette leans into Mal and
Phelan.
Phelan. Yeah. Oh, my brain turned off. And is like, I can't tell what they're saying, but Nim is going on like a face journey, and I can't tell where the face journey is going.
Yeah. Aranea's got the mother look on right now.
Do you think they're offended by her smell?
I think you might be the only one offended by her smell. She smells fine.
Yeah, she kind of smells like lemongrass a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit of like that earthy petrichor in a good way.
Yeah, no, not in a good way.
Yeah, no.
Mal, we'll talk about this later. Kelly, Mal, do you want to just go up there? This is weird.
As you guys are all
have
having
to.
these conversations, Thom is trying to bring Ruff over to the throne. To be like, do you want to sit with me? We can rule the country.
Oh, Ruff immediately scoops Thom up and starts walking over to the throne.
Minnie, why have you done this?
You watch Alex look up and be like, "Oh no, my sister is taking my place. What horrifying things will come of this?"
Balmore looks over and goes, "You're gonna do it anyway, aren't you?" And Ruff looks back, gives a nod, opens her mouth, and the sound of the firecrackers that were popping off in the bar comes out of her mouth as she sits on the throne.
Incredible.
That gets
God.
the people's up there's attention for a moment because that comes out of nowhere, and like everyone, you watch the queen like make a little sigil in her hand real quick, just like getting worried about the random noise, and then just.
I think at this point I'm going to start heading up the stairs because I don't like that our party is split. I don't know what's going on, and I'm just going to look at Mal and Kelly and go like, "Come on, just come on."
Okay, fine.
Oh, I don't want to.
Aranea,
Me neither, but
Aranea just has this mortified look on her face, and she just sees Ruff with Thom and just.
I catch up to Aaron and I go, "So no luck stopping it, huh?"
Nim is just patting Aranea.
Looking to Phelan. Can anyone truly stop Ruff?
No,
No.
can confirm.
No.
Maybe Balmore on a good day.
If I said the right
on a
things.
day where there's not a throne.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a throne. Anyway, hi, Phelan. Are we okay? Can we go up? I don't know what's happening. We tried to read their lips, but I can't read lips. So,
Yeah. I mean, as far as I can tell, it should be good. Thommy, where are they allowed to go? Oh, they can stand over with our the really threatening looking guy. He's cool. Just stand next to him. And then Thom hops off and then like brings Ruff over to be like, here, we're gonna go stand over here, and starts going over there.
I look at Balmore and I kind of smile and say, "So what would you think, Ruff, queen of the entire city?"
Immediately you kind of hear like it doesn't sound like you've heard this voice come from Balmore before, but you just kind of slightly hear a lower toned well, I would say that she's probably fit for the job. And then just look away, and you see Ruff with a smile on her face.
Aww.
Oh.
Nim goes up to Ruff and goes, I am very sorry about earlier. I know how badly you wanted to go up on the throne, and I shouldn't have stopped you.
Ruff, she's gonna look at you and give you a look up and down, and then quick thumbs up and open her mouth to do the fireworks again, and you're just gonna see Balmore grab her beak and close it.
Stop!
Like you could just say thank you, and then she's gonna look over at you and just go, "You could just say thank you."
You're very welcome. You're very welcome, Ralph. And then Nim moves over to Aaron and goes,
I think by this point I've caught up to Nim and we're starting to gather, right? Like in this place where we can see everything. And I look at Nim and I go, "You apologize a lot, don't you?"
Yeah, just a bit.
We'll work on that.
Okay.
Kelly
Yes.
and Malcolm, as you guys approach coming up top, what's going through your minds? What are you guys doing or setting up?
Kelia is trying hard not to make eye contact with the palace advisor Fractima guy because he's not a hugest fan of Kelia for a number of reasons. A lot of Keliat's youth before his time at the monastery led to a lot of unsavory interactions. So he's trying just not to make eye contact with that man, that person, and just is just gonna focus on where they're going.
Mal's just gonna kind of pull his in this, trying to be as subtle as possible, just pulling his hood a little tighter around his head. Just trying to blend in with standing in a very small crowd.
Sure.
The easiest thing in the world.
As it goes, yeah, it's certainly your crowd. This crowd of people, certainly everyone blends in so well. A giant, boring, white, dull void. No, as you guys get up there, you guys notice that you guys apparently hit the bravery switch on random folks and watch as a few other people come out, like 10, 15 other people also are just like, if we could just go up there. Like, so now, like, the wings of this, like, this very, like, Lord of the Rings-esque, like, top of Minas Tirith view, like, people are going to both sides and just, like, kind of just, like, hanging out. It's not a huge crowd of people, but, like, there's at least 24 of you guys up here now just hanging. And the king, Torn, just kind of looks at the crowd of people. Is like, thank you all for coming here. It's a big moment. Are you guys all set? Can we? I would like to let my child have a moment before all of this.
You just see Ruff raise her hand, and you just hear like a like really quick horn sound, similar to the fireworks going off to start with, and then closes her mouth.
Right. Okay. I don't know how to handle that one, dear. And turns to the queen, who grabs his hand, gives it a kiss, and she approaches the front and gestures to the seat. Before you saw a little bit of it, Ruff, and the rest of you could have seen like some small details, but Ruff, you got as close as anyone else could. You do see that there are engravings along it that are gem inlaid, kind of almost like a resin like pour of just like a deep gold on the white that is the throne itself. Besides the gold, you also see a couple other colors. You see a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue, some greens. As Alexandria goes to sit, you watch as the crystals begin to flare up a little bit. There was like a small ember burning when Thom sat on it, but when Alex goes to sit, you watch it flare up very strongly. And both her father and mother both go put a hand on each of her shoulders. And Alva, the queen, begins making a speech, which I don't have practice, so I'm not going to make a speech here because I don't have to. No one can make me. But as
Exactly. Speech.
but as the speech, it's not gonna, guys, I'll just no.
You can say it as much as you want, Nim.
Speech continues, and it's you can tell through it that the family is close. You notice between the siblings that they were, but the whole family seems to be fairly tight knit. And there is a level of pride that comes with this, and there is a little bit of backstory explained related to how this seat itself, and some of you can see in the distance where small little astral projected barriers appear for a brief moment as the king and queen put hands on the throne itself, and you watch like little encircular barriers a la Atlantis a little bit appear for a brief couple of moments before fading, and they explain that this was a power granted to them to protect the people of their city for the tourists and newcomers, because what a better time to be a tourist in a city than when there's about to be an exchange of power. And how passing this through their bloodline does give them more opportunities to keep the city protected, and they're very proud of their child for taking up this mantle, which is a responsibility. The speech goes on for a little while. You watch the advisor who casts some magic. There seems to be a little bit of fanfare made and done for those moments to really help with this crescendo of when you watch the hands be placed on and a very quiet incantation is said. In theory, I think with your highest perception, you might get like a few words, but it is all in some type of celestial, which I don't even know if you actually know. But
Nope.
it's just a few small words that you hear. It rings beautifully when it's said. And you watch as the glow ignites Alexandria's hair for a moment, where instead of just being basically like a gold plate, you watch as it like sparks to life for a few moments. Both of her parents' body fade, like in the sense that like they look like they have to take a little more struggle with breathing now. There was definitely something that passed forward onto them. And then as that happens, and as Alex puts her hands onto the throne with purpose. You watch as all the barriers ignite. There's probably 3 or 4 that surround different parts of the city for a few moments before they all fade. And while they don't look impressed or super excited about it, there's like a small smirk at being like, okay, I have this really cool thing now. But then there is cheering and fanfare from the people below. What do you guys do?
I think I just applaud along with everyone else and look at Erina and go, "Did you say they invited us to dinner?"
Yes, that is correct.
I am not dressed for a dinner with royals.
Well, it's free food.
It is free food.
As Phelan learned today, people like free things.
I did indeed learn.
How about the rest of the crew?
I am looking towards Rob to see if they're going to make any other fun noises with the celebration.
I think you know me all too well already. So Ruff is gonna look at Balmore and give a nod and tap their throat, and going to go get on, or not go get on, tap Nim and go.
You got it. Nim lifts.
Like, she just to do that, and then like she just starts like flapping her arms and leans her head back, and you see simultaneously they both start making the same firework noise. Like, and they're just like, it's just as loud as they could be, like in celebration.
This is amazing.
It's so weird to play this character and immediately be in the situation. Kellyat seems to be like chafing under like the weight of the situation. Like, he is being so well behaved, and any of you who know him are like, this is weird. And you see him like sort of like playing with something in his pocket, and he sort of takes it out, and it's a wand, and he's thinking about it. And he looks out over the crowd to see if he can see anyone that he knows.
Oh, there's definitely members from the monastery here.
Yeah. And like also like family members. He's like, am I just gonna do this in front of God and everybody? And he's like, yeah, fuck it. And as soon as the Balmore and Ruff both go, he's like, yeah, sure. And he just starts shooting pyrotechnics into the sky.
Nim shouts from up above, I didn't know you could do that.
If none of the guards are going to react to Kellyat shooting fireworks, Mal's going to like sheepishly look towards him and then just start producing flame shooting fireballs into the sky.
There we go.
As you guys cause pyrotechnics, and we get a dual cheer in some format from our Kenku posse. As the cheer dies out for a moment, a sound that was very familiar to you guys earlier takes over in a way that is gut-wrenching because it's so much louder. From where you are, which is basically 2 miles away from the caves that extend inward, you hear a whirring and a clicking and a revving that's in a very odd fashion transforms into a loud rev of a roar that reverberates the entire city. And as you look back, you watch bigger than any of the megafauna forge that are down below, bigger than these buildings that are up top. You see a mechanical megafauna forge dragon rearing its head up and rearing its second head up as they both come forward and begin roaring. And that's where we'll end it today.
Of course it is!
Oh my god.
I need you to know
next week.
that you just gave Ruff a new sound. That's gonna be so much fun.
I'm just laughing at the idea of Phelan trancing and from the like we're traveling and from the other room just hearing a roar and just going, yes, Ruff, I know, thank you.
No, I love the idea that anytime something fucking terrible happens, Balmore's not like, oh no, my life, oh no, my friends. He's like, oh fuck, Ruff has a new noise.
Yeah. It's not like, oh, we're in danger. It's Ruff is now going to make that noise forever.
Who cares?
Fireworks. Fireworks is bad enough.
This.
Ruff will remember
In
this.
like the worst way possible, too.
I'm gonna have to create. I'm gonna have to create a specific notes for Ruff alone.
That's just noises.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everything
Make
you
a
can
Ghidorah
imitate.
roar.
Ruff's
That's basically where I was trying to go.
list.
I summon Exodia. The blue eyes white dragon.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Is that
thanks,
called
Vinny.
Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah.
You're okay.
Oh my god.
Thank
That
you.
was that was
Jeez.
extremely fun.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. This is our crew. We're going to be here on a fairly regular basis. Hoping we're going to get out some info. Thank you all for who showed up for so much of this. Thank you for the raids. Sorry we didn't react to the moments. We were having roleplay stuff. That is always the hard part, is being like, hey guys, thank you, but we're in the middle of a boat. But we appreciate your support. Thank you for coming out. Come hang out with us on the Discord. If you're looking for some queer shopping stuff, we have a bunch of things on our shop. Please check out all of these guys and their lovely, very versatile set of skills and fun socials and all that stuff. But we'll probably be seeing you here next week for round 2 and seeing what happens for the rest of the enthronement. See what kind of food they get, kind of drinks they have, the drama. That's definitely going to be the most important parts, right?
Yeah. Not
the food.
two-headed dragon. No.
Yeah,
that's
no.
I was gonna say we're totally
Food and
ignoring
drink.
that.
We're
Yeah.
just
I
gonna go
just
to dinner
imagine
and
us
act
going,
like
two-headed dragon.
everything's
Cool.
okay.
What's for dinner?
It's way over there. Why would we worry about it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not my dragon, not my problem.
Yep.
Hashtag not my dragon.
Ruff roars back at it.
It runs away.
Intimidation check. Intimidation check.
And the dragon's like, oh shit, okay, fine.
There's another one?
Hey, guidance. I got you.
Yeah, let's just stack that as high as we can and see what we can do. That sounds
We're
great.
level
Intimidate
2.
the dragon
those
to go
watching.
away.
We are level 2.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
We're babies.
I'm so excited to see what happens there. But again, thank you for coming. We will see you on Discord, and we will see you next time. Have a good night.
Good night.
Bye,
Good night.
guys.
Bye.